Hello. What is up? What is up? We had to do a little chatting beforehand to make sure what Chris can talk about, and apparently it's anything he wants. Anything he wants about the Odyssey. So Chris is gonna share I'm gonna ask questions. Chris is gonna share his thoughts about the Odyssey. We also had the Batman 2 teaser come out. I seem to recall I know a person who was ratioed on his the Batman trailer reaction. No need to apologize. So I'm just gonna say that right now. And a movie that looks pretty freaking good that we're gonna check out the trailer for, and some other stuff, little tidbits here and there. Hello, Chris Gore from Film Threat. How you doing?
Doing good, Gary. I think, oh God, I would so much I want to say. Let's get the intros and let's go. Oh my God, I'm bursting. I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's freaking let's go. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Hey, X-Ray girl, how you feeling?
Hi. Bad. Bad. The week. I'm so sick right now. And like right now, Canada is burning. Well, Ontario is. And so I'm trying to stay inside so I don't get
all that smoke is coming down my way today.
Yeah, it's orange outside. It's crazy.
What happened?
There's a fire, a wildfire in like the northwest Ontario, and it's really bad, the pollution outside.
Well, remember the fires from a couple of years ago? They burned all summer.
Yeah.
So all that smoke is, well, since we're doing weather, hang on.
Oh yeah, yours is crazy.
I got something to show off. Good thing I'm in Wisconsin right now.
Yeah, because your area looks scary.
Yeah. So a tornado touched down near my house, in the general vicinity of where Steph, my nerdy home, and I live, and comics. And I actually have somebody. I'm gonna probably have to have Steph go over and check my roof later. I'm sure it's fine. I checked the outside of my house. It's fine. But what I'm most concerned about, because I'm selfish, nobody was hurt, by the way, in this one anyway. But what I'm most concerned about is this is a theater I'm supposed to see the Spider-Man Brand New Day fan screening in. And I hope it's not messed up.
It's the outside though, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, that's the Palladium. So that's one of the IMAX theaters. It's not the it's kind of a fake IMAX though. The real IMAX is in downtown San Antonio. But yeah, that touched down this morning. So we had one last night.
And this morning.
And
oh my God.
Rarely, one of the reasons I picked San Antonio is because it never gets tornadoes, like ever, except now.
Oh, except the one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
and
scary.
That's why I picked Southern Texas over any other place, because F tornadoes, right? So that's my local theater. It's messed up, but it's like Melissa mentioned, it's not California where they would shut this thing down for 6 months. This is Texas, so I'm sure that it'll be open tomorrow. They just got to make sure no structure. It just looks like outside stuff, but
and like the electricity is still on, so that's a plus.
Yeah. For now, we didn't get any power outages last night, but surf's up.
Damn.
I don't think it was an F5. F5 would be way worse. But there's video of it touching down, and I saw the first video. I'm like, that is one exit away from my house. What the fuck? But hopefully it gets fixed by the time I get to my fan screening of Spider-Man, Chris. Because those tickets are hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my theater, I have them. It's completely full, 100%.
I haven't been in a full theater in like 2-3 years now. Last one was in the States, I think.
You can get Odyssey tickets pretty easily right now. I mean, for non-premium formats.
Yeah, there's empty theaters for non-IMAX format.
But yeah, we will Hope everybody's okay in Texas.
Yeah.
It's just hot up here.
Oh my God. It's like 115.
What?
Feels like 115 during the day. Yeah. It's crazy.
Hell yeah. That's like a summer in Texas. All right. So again, we're going to discuss the Odyssey. Maybe a little Doomsday later. That's what I was thinking of, Chris. Doomsday. I want to talk about Doomsday, considering next week is Comic-Con and we're finally going to get a trailer. So that's the other thing we're going to bring up. But let's just get right into it. Let's just get into the Odyssey. So Chris saw the Odyssey on Monday. X-Ray Girl, whatever's going on with your microphone, it's picking up background sound and it sounds like traffic. There you go. Thank you. So I don't know if you got you probably have an air conditioner on. So Chris saw it Monday. I knew he was going to see it Monday. I was waiting for your out of the theater review, dude. I was literally talking to somebody on the phone going, I'm like, I was talking to Disparu. and I'm like, I'm waiting for Chris and Alan to come out. And then like, boom, you came out, you dropped your review. It did very well, by the way. So well done.
Thanks to you. I appreciate that.
A lot. I don't know. It was all you, baby. It was all you. So, yeah. And I heard your thoughts. Alan was way more savage than you. Do you give the Odyssey a passing grade?
I'm still not sure. I'm seeing it a second time. Alan's review just dropped on filmthreat.com. It is from what I can tell, the only negative review. He gave it a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. I'm still not sure yet because a couple things. One, you've seen all the wild praise on social media and whatnot, and everyone's saying pretty much the same things. It's epic. It's huge. It's big. It's Nolan. And I think a lot of it is there's a group think when it comes to most critics that they tend to repeat themselves, say the same things, or echo what other people are saying. And it just gets they don't know what to say. And I think a lot of critics, because it's Nolan, because it's big, they're afraid to say how they really feel. And when we came out and did our out of the theater, it's how we really felt. And I feel similar to how I felt, strangely, about the Batman. There are things I loved in the Batman. Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves, right? Things that just are amazing. That opening. And there are things that are so freaking frustrating and annoying. And that's my battle with the Odyssey. Is there's a major thread involving Elliot Page's character Sinan that I think is not only will Elliot be pushed for a Best Supporting Oscar nom, will probably win. The movie will win for Best Casting. And Alan even brought up a point during the out of the theater that I hadn't thought about of like, why is it bugging me? The language bothers me. You know, in Lord of the Rings, you might agree is the best trilogy ever.
It is.
They speak in a way that gives everything weight, right? There's weight to it. There's, yes, they have accents that vary, but there's a weight. There's a classic way they speak. And by speaking in such a familiar way, it diminishes so much about it. In addition to the fact that the cast, Matt Damon is just Matt Damon. Anne Hathaway is Anne Hathaway. Tom Holland plays a good Tom Holland. I think his best role is Peter Parker. I'm sorry. He is. Name another Tom Holland role that you really fall into it. You forget the actor and see the character. That never happens. And the speaking with the, saying things like "let's go" or "fuck off," which is said in the movie, takes you out of it. It's a modernity that reminds me of a film that I can't even believe this popped into my head, but it's an apt description, is the movie El Topo by Alejandro Jodorowsky, which is a modern deconstruction of the Western. It's a great movie. It's a midnight film from back in the 70s. It's very obscure. That director was going to make Dune. In fact, there's a whole documentary about it. If you have not seen El Topo, you should. There's shades of El Topo. Like, okay, parts of it are modern, but then like the thing with Travis, the rapper,
Travis Scott.
Yeah. Not a fan. Don't really know him. Shouldn't surprise you. Like, what's he doing there? He kind of bookends the film, and but I have to say, there are parts of pure spectacle. The Cyclops, the part with the Cyclops, and the sheep in the cave, that sequence, I mean, they built, at least from what I could tell, parts of a full-size giant. Other scenes, such as, the Troy, the fall of Troy, them coming out of the horse, they were big, but I have to say, like, I've seen bigger and more epic in other movies. Not to mention the Lord of the Rings trilogy, in particular, Two Towers. I mean, it's so, I can't, you can't, there are parts you just can't turn it off. Okay. I don't know that I'll feel that way about this. Other parts, the giants they encounter on the island, they're in the, all the armor. That scene was pretty cool. A lot of times I'm sitting here trying to figure out, well, how did he do that? Because he's mostly a practical guy. And it's refreshing to see a movie that doesn't overly use CGI. The part with Samantha Morton playing Circe, where she turns the men into pigs, is straight up a freaking horror movie. Nolan could do horror. The way it's achieved reminds me of Ken Russell's The Devils. I'm referencing really obscure old movies from the 70s, which I believe to be Nolan's inspiration. But I wanted it to feel bigger. And for me, I don't know if the projection bulb was dimmed. It seemed flat and colorless, and that affects your feelings. So you've got the language and the way it's spoken kind of diminishes. The stars, Anne Hathaway cries so much in this movie. It's distracting. Like, is she going to cry again for the 5th time? Tom Holland just, he's a boy who's like 30, but this could have been what Inception is as a father-daughter story. This could have been a father-son story, and it misses the mark. And the I think greatest offense, which a lot of people are going to have a problem with, is Elliot Page's character. This is not in the story. This is something wholly original that Nolan made up that bookends the film. And if you want to hear
the film, yes, you told me that.
You want to, I don't know that I should go into it. But Sinan is a major character and is called by Odysseus to a coward because Sinan took the place of a coward in the movie. The greatest soldier I've ever known. Those words, or the words to that effect. Elliot Page, who looks like, you cannot look me in the eye and say Elliot Page looks like a man. Elliot Page looks like a boy, and on the red carpet wearing that ill-fitting suit looked like a 13-year-old going for his first job.
Elliot Page looks like a woman who transitioned to a man. That's what Elliot Page.
Elliot Page looks like a woman who transitioned to a boy. Yeah. Not a man. Like, so slight in frame. Like, and look, I feel for Elliot and what this person went through. But to rebuild the story of the Odyssey around that character being major, because honestly, going in, I know the story. I read it in elementary school. And like, I've seen various versions of it. The basic points, right? Mm-hmm. And he approaches it like an old 1970s, we're going to do everything real and practical. And recently, this movie's being re-released called Iphigenia, which is about Agamemnon sacrificing one of his daughters to go off to war. It's about that part of the story. That looks more epic than what I saw, and it's all practical, and it was made in 1977. I could show you the trailer, Gary.
Does Jason and the Argonauts look more epic? Okay.
Well,
I mean, that's
for its time, yes, because
for its time, yeah.
For its time. And he was trying to, I can see what Nolan was going for realism, updating it to modern. Like, and I know that like from Nolan movies, the first time I saw Interstellar, Oppenheimer, a couple of his movies, I always feel like, God, I don't know how I feel about this. I got to think about this. I have to let it marinate in my brain. And then for the movies of Nolan that I like, the movie got better. Oppenheimer got infinitely better upon repeat viewings. I don't think this is one of those movies. I mean, it's too flawed in so many other ways. There is, I will say, a great moment where everything's been boiling up near the end and some cool shit happens. But there's so much, like I said, how I feel about the Batman. Things I really love, things that are really bothersome. And I think the things Nolan added did not make it better. And a lot of things, it's really tied to character. Odysseus is dealing with PTSD, and they lean into that. Other things like Athena, I mean, Zendaya's, she's kind of weightless, both maybe in real life and I don't know, but she recurs a bit too much. I mean, look, I sat next to Alan during the screening. He was bored. There were parts I was bored. I usually have to pee at least once during a movie. I went twice, and I don't think I missed anything.
So yeah, the pace, even the people who are praising it right now, the thing we see the most with the early reviews that look real, because there's a bunch of fake ones, is pacing issues. Would you agree with that?
100%. The first half hour of the movie is a slog. Then when it gets to the good stuff, the Cyclops and whatnot, it's like I gotta say, I was pretty amazed. Like Nolan straight up must have built a giant prop, and I could see how he could do it.
He did, I think.
Have you ever seen footage from? I've never seen this. There's a Broadway play of King Kong. Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous, but they build a giant puppet. I haven't seen the play. I've seen footage. It looks really amazing. That's kind of how I feel how they did it. And the Cyclops is very sympathetic.
But
I thought the way he dealt with the monster is great. So there are sequences of like this sequence on its own, great. But as a whole,
getting there is a bit of a slog, are you saying, or is it just pacing issues? Like
100% a slog.
Okay.
And the Elliot Page thing, that will be calling Sinan.
What you just told me how that book ends. There's no way you could go, this is just a cameo and a pity casting for Elliot Page now. You can't. This was deliberately bringing in a character from outside the story to make that character, who isn't in it very much, prominent to the story.
Oh, no. Sinan is very prominent.
Oh.
Seen in flashbacks, seen at the beginning. Killed in the beginning, but when they go to Hades, it's Sinan that Odysseus speaks to.
Not the ghost of Achilles.
Correct.
They replace the ghost of Achilles with Sinan. So essentially, Elliot Page plays Achilles.
Is a proxy for
Achilles a proxy. Character.
Yeah.
No.
When you see
the
shot where Odysseus in the trailer is running on the beach away, saying, let's go. That's when they visit Hades. And it's played like
really, I thought you meant like, because I asked if Achilles was in it. That was my only question to Chris, and he goes, no. I thought they just skipped that scene.
No.
I'm finding out now for the first time that scene's there, and they replaced Achilles with Sinan.
And Sinan says,
who was specifically cast as Elliot Page. There's no other way you can look at that casting.
And the other thing is, Sinan is angry at Odysseus. Why did you lie to me? Because Sinan was left with the Trojan horse on the beach to present the gift to the.
If I was Odysseus, I would ask, why did you lie to me?
Yeah, why'd you lie to me?
Dude.
Says to the Trojans, they immediately kill Sinan, and they were sacrificing Sinan, knowing Sinan would die, and they didn't bother to tell Sinan that they were inside, because they couldn't even do that because they didn't want it to come out that they were pulling this, this trickery. So then you see that's in the middle, and it's kind of bookended by Robert Pattinson's character is the coward who basically swaps himself out for Sinan. So Sinan goes off to war instead of himself. He's one of the suitors. Yeah, I think Robert Pattinson's actually one of the better actors in it, because he's such a
good actor.
Villain. He's such a good villain. Such a good villain.
Okay.
But these are my thoughts. So
Chris, that is a bombshell what you just said. That would have been the first. I would have led with that in all reviews. Like,
I want to lead you to. I gotta build up to all.
You did a great job. I was surprised. I was shocked. My expectations were subverted, except reaffirmed at the same time.
There's stuff that is fantastic and stuff that's god awful and didn't help. That was it. And I also think the American accents, it just brings it down for me. It might, and maybe it's, we've been trained that classic epic stories like this, maybe they speak a little differently, even if not accents, at least more colorful language that I feel like it breaks the verisimilitude to hear someone say fuck off in Odysseus in the Odyssey. It's mind-numbingly annoying. I do plan to see it again, because I'm seeing it again Thursday, also in IMAX, and I want to see it with a paying crowd, not a bunch of critics who clap at the end, who didn't pay to see it. I'm paying to see it a second time, and I want to see if my opinion changes. But I'm more on the end of, like, Alan Ng gave it a 4. I would, like, if you push come to shove, so I probably
that's where I am. I'd say push come to shove
5, like 5.5.
Okay.
But it's the problem that I see is people are afraid to say they don't like it.
Well, for multiple reasons. Two. We'll say 2 reasons. I haven't seen it yet. I could love it when I walk out. But I think
I know you too well. You're not going to love it.
Critics are not going to they're not going to contradict Nolan for the most part. Some have in the past, but for the most part, no. But more importantly, because this has become a culture war football, the critics are going to back it just for that. And they have a track record of doing that all the fucking time.
I think this will be divisive, maybe not on the level of One Battle After Another, but I think this movie will win Oscars to spite people.
Elliot Page winning Best Supporting Actor. I'm calling it now. It happens. I'm calling it. Why? Because it's not about, I'll tell you something about the Oscars a lot of people don't realize. It's not about who gave the best performance. No.
It's about who they, meaning the Academy voters, want to see give a speech. They want to see that moment. How will that person react?
Amelia Perez. They feel robbed by Amelia Perez. If they hadn't unearthed, I feel robbed by Amelia Perez. If they hadn't unearthed those, past Twitter posts, a little sensitive to a guy from an Austrian guy who led Germany, he would have won Best Actress.
And by the way, this is the second run now at an actor that changed their gender, and they want to kind of make a statement. I'm calling it. Elliot Page will win Best Supporting Actor. Yep. It's coming. You just like, and I'm not saying it's undeserved.
I am.
Elliot Page plays a boy in the movie, not a man, a boy. But there's an agenda behind it.
There was agenda behind the casting, making the character a little more prominent, a lot more prominent in the story. I mean, replace being, as you said, a proxy for Achilles.
Right.
There is just stop that. This was the best. This was the most creative decision based on merit. Don't even give me that bullshit. That's what, I don't know if the Piers interview comes up today or tomorrow, but that's what Will and I were trying to express, is like, just admit it was subversive casting. If you were honest about it, I'd respect that more. I still wouldn't like it, but I'd respect it more. It's like, no, we are being subversive. We are trying to piss you off. And that Lupita Nyong'o, that's what Piers and everybody kind of wanted to stay on. I tried to steer it to Elliot, but
wait, Lupita Nyong'o's barely in the film at all, and her character is disfigured, like scars across one side of her face. And really, the makeup looked great, by the way. But what I'm saying is, based on the fact that I've been watching movies a long time, I see where Nolan's influences come from. And they come from the filmmaking styles of the 70s and deconstruction films. Like, I mean, the Western was dying by the late 60s, early 70s, right? And Alejandro Jodorowsky, a Spanish director, made El Topo, which is it's a great film. And it's very much a journey, almost like the Odyssey, encountering different types of characters. And I can see this influenced Nolan a lot. The way the gods are played is they're in your head. They kind of pop in, they're there, and then they're not there.
No Poseidon.
No Poseidon.
No.
Though an acknowledgement that the Cyclops is the spawn of Poseidon.
Yes.
So
that's kind of important, because that's what leads to the rest of the story.
Yeah, that throws them off, and you know all that happens. But I don't know.
What gods? Okay, so there's just what? Calypso, Athena,
and they mentioned Zeus a lot, like Zeus's law.
Yeah.
But yeah, but here's, I don't know if you want to share this trailer is 1 minute and 11 seconds. If you want to, just want to illustrate what I've been saying. But
so Christopher Nolan does use other films as templates for his films, right?
Yes.
He makes his crew watch like Pink Floyd, The Wall.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that was for Inception. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was for Inception.
Yeah.
And with Dark Knight, famously Heat. Like he uses other people's films. Like, this is the tone we're looking for. Everybody needs to see this movie, right? Which is, I'm fine with that. That's fine. So maybe he did it with this one. Do we know for sure?
It was Last Temptation of Christ. He showed the crew.
Oh, for this?
Correct.
For the Odyssey.
Correct. It's been reported.
Interesting. Because a lot of people are arguing Mel Gibson would have been a better director for this, but oh well.
Well, no, I think Robert Eggers.
I'm sorry, Last Temptation of Christ. I was thinking no, that's
I think Robert Eggers would be a better director for an authentic Odyssey. But
that's the one where Bowie plays Pontius Pilate. And
side note, John Leguizamo is fucking terrible in the movie.
Scorsese.
John Leguizamo is just like,
is he?
He's not very good as the blind older dude.
Well, he's not a good actor. That's why I'm like, why did he get a role? It's so random.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll watch a little bit of this trailer.
It's 1 minute, Gary. It's worth seeing. This was made in 1977. No CGI, no big budget. It's a foreign film.
Οι θεοί μίλησαν. Ο βασιλιάς του Άργους Αγαμέμνων πρέπει να θυσιάσει την πρωτότοκη κόρη του, Ιφηγένεια. Αν δεχτεί τα καράβια θα αρμενήσουν. Οι Έλληνες θα φωνήσουν την Τρία. Αλλιώς δεν θα φύγουν ποτέ. Παιδί, αυτό υποψιεύσει το παιδί. Ποιος μπορεί να σε αναγκάσει να σκοτώσεις το παιδί σου? Ο στρατός. Μπεριοκέφαλο τέρας που κυβερνώ.
Acting.
Εκείνη κυβερνάει τώρα. Όχι εγώ. Υπάρχει γυρισμός.
I just get the feeling that this is what Nolan was going for, like a realism, and his movie is not as good looking as that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It
that
doesn't
looks a
look
little
as good as that movie made freaking 50 years ago.
ouch. So I was alive when that came out.
Italian, I believe it's Italian, but anyways, I haven't, by the way, I haven't seen that movie, but I'm aware of it because it's around the story of the Odyssey. And,
Yep.
you know, the Iliad and the Odyssey, it kind of surrounds it. It's a piece of the story. And that look at the extras. Look how authentic it looked. There, you didn't see a lot of diversity, did you?
No, but it looked a little more authentic than
That's exactly right. Well, the Odyssey is, I would say, lacks in authenticity.
so
that
how
takes you out of it.
how is the sound mixing?
Awful, god awful. And not only that, you know how like Interstellar has a great score.
Yes.
Oppenheimer, great score. Also Ludwig Göransson, Swedish composer, who also did the Odyssey. It's the worst score for a Nolan film ever.
Ooh.
And usually I think the score in a Nolan movie does the heavy lifting.
In a lot of cases, yes.
Yeah. Think of the Dark Knight trilogy. Music's great. Like all of his films, he really.
Oh, the Dark Knight soundtrack slaps.
It's
so good.
phenomenal. Interstellar, great. Inception, same. I'll defend all of those.
But
great soundtracks.
But the sound mixing of
god awful
dialogue as opposed to sound effects and
it's
ADR,
always,
whatever ADR is used.
It's always been an issue with Nolan.
Foley.
Yeah, everything.
Do people still? I mean, is there still Foley in Hollywood?
Yeah,
Do they still have people like walking on sand
they even have. I met the guy at a convention once who did what they call, there's a term for it called breaths and efforts. He did breaths and efforts for
he's
Tom
like
Cruise. Yeah, when you see like Tom Cruise running or there's like punching, yeah, or just like just literally the breathing and the
this could be cut in a really wrong way, by the way.
Yeah, true. But like that's a big thing in movies. You don't bring actors back. You bring actors back to do dialogue, but this guy did every Tom Cruise movie. He did the breaths and efforts, and it's a big part of the movie. Even though it's low in the mix, if you didn't hear it, you'd think something was wrong. So they bring in guys to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it'd be great. But that is a technical term.
But that's a job that's going to be lost to AI very
AI
soon.
will just do that. Yeah,
very soon, because you'll be able to mimic the breath of Tom Cruise, and you can now. Breathe harder. Somebody said that, chat. You need to breathe harder.
It's a mixed bag to the point where I have worries about Jeremy. Is he seeing the movie?
I always worry about Jeremy.
I mean, isn't he seeing it 3 times in a row? I've got tickets to see it 4 times or something.
Yeah. Listen. Again, Jeremy is a Nolan fan, and there's nothing wrong with like rooting for your guy, like at all. That's fandom. I respect the hell out of it. And he's said from the get-go that this will be a successful movie and it will be good. But the thing is, if it's not, he'll tell you. He will tell you. Now he's gonna side with this boy, just like he sides with Tim Tebow and Titanfall 2, and it's all good. That's why it's gonna be fun on Friday, because if it's mixed, which it very well could be, like we'll have some of the people liking it, some people not. That's because that's never happened before on FNT. Yeah, like with we just had it with Masters of the Universe, right?
Yeah, I mean, this summer you could rename the summer of suck. I mean,
Yeah,
dude, there were movies we knew would fail. Supergirl,
yes,
Mandalorian and Grogu,
yes,
Masters of the Universe, but everything is kind of like underperforming or bombing. But then there were surprises like Obsession and Backrooms, which I think is a breaking point, letting Hollywood know
it's the paradigm shift that we have been waiting for, Chris.
We're tired of this.
Yeah. So
and, yeah,
this was supposed to be the year, as you know, Chris, telling the audience, Chris knows all this. This was the first full release slate for film since COVID.
Yeah.
Because of the strikes. So this was it. This was going to be the year we get back. We're going to have multiple billion-dollar films. And there have been so far. There have been Michael's billion-dollar film, big hit that the critics fucking shit on for the most part. And Toy Story 5 is going to hit $1 billion, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
that. Yeah, and that was pretty predictable.
Yeah.
Minions underperformed though. Mandalorian, Masters of the Universe. There's been a lot of flops and underperforming. So the box office is up, but it's not as up as they expected, right? And then the rest of the Spider-Man will be $1 billion. Spider-Man will be $1.5 billion probably. If it's good, it could go higher. Dune will not be $1 billion, but Dune will be successful, I think.
For what they made it for, less than the cost of Supergirl.
Ooh, wow.
They made Dune Part 3.
Wow. And Tuesday will be, I think, top heavy. But I mean, we'll talk about it later. It doesn't sound good.
Well, I heard a theory from Rob Burnett that I'll repeat.
Were you watching a little bit of his stream last night?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
he had a good theory.
Yeah.
Because he read the script. His theory was they're trying to get it to hit a running time, which is never good.
No.
That's what he guessed. Because if they made the script that he read, it would be over 3 hours, like 3 hour, 15 minutes at least.
I remember him saying that. Yeah.
So he suspects that the opening third or the opening like half hour is all character moments. And it's the first thing that studio execs say, you don't need this character.
Well, you kind of do.
You do to make you care about shit later. You need character. He said that's the first thing studio execs will make you cut.
You know, for example, like a character moment when you, I don't know, cast a character who isn't in the original story of the Odyssey, specifically to cast a trans actor and make them in a way very subtly pivotal to the film. So this person will win awards. So you can throw a finger up to all the people who have been attacking woke Hollywood for years. That's why Nolan did it. It wasn't awards are guaranteed with this, but it wasn't the motivation. The motivation was that middle finger, and it came from Nolan. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts.
I'm just surprised he did this. Really surprised. And, you know, I had a friend of mine who's in the industry, been around a long time, who suspects this movie is not necessarily a Nolan film. It's his wife, Emma Thomas's first movie. That she brought him the material, brought him the Odyssey as written by the one feminist who did her rewrite of it.
I can see bringing him the material, but I mean,
he made the movie, but
he made the movie.
But he's always generated his own projects. It comes from him, right? This may have been suggested by his wife. I'm just saying he suspects that she was more involved than she normally is.
Well, it's not like a friend of mine hasn't had an experience with a producer wife strong-arming a director on a charity stream before. So,
well, you know, look
Jeremy.
Look at I think James Gunn has been compromised by his wife. I mean, asking her for notes, who gives a shit what she thinks? She's an actress. I guess she plays one of the characters. But I really think since he's married and happy, which he wasn't during the making of Guardians, he had a girlfriend and they broke up and then whatever but he got married and his movies are objectively worse since people soften and change.
Yep.
George Lucas changed when he became a single dad raising adopted kids. He changed.
This isn't a surprise.
Yeah, but I think Alan
it's 98 because of Alan Ing. Let's go. Let's find out because we're gonna look at.
I don't know if Alan's there yet.
Let's see. We don't just scroll down. Scroll down. 9 out of 10, A-. I am not shocked by any of this.
I think that the audience score will be.
I think it'll be insanely high. So the audience score for film, you have to jump through a bunch of hoops, prove that you saw the movie, and it's fixed at this point for movies. For TV shows, you do not have to jump through those hoops. But this was changed, as you remember, Chris, by Captain Marvel due to the quote-unquote review bombing of Captain Marvel.
Right.
But what it doesn't stop is the review bombing from the studios that they clearly pay for when they use their marketing company to hire a third-party marketing company to gas up films all across the internet. Right, Chris? Because you sent me that video, by the way. Yeah. Thank you, Chris, that we went over on Friday Night Tights, which I thought was very enlightening.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think Alan's is there, but I will say you're going to scroll through. There'll be one Rotten Tomato.
I haven't seen one yet. Have you?
Yeah, no. But I know, for example, Film Threat, not me, not Alan personally.
There we go.
Oh, Edward Douglas.
The Weekend Warrior. Pacing problems, darkly lit, and muddy sound mix often makes the Odyssey too obtuse for its own good. Now, I'm betting there's pacing issues even in the reviews that like it. I saw that a lot. I mean, again, I'll make my own conclusion when I see it. But I could walk out going, you know what? It's pretty good.
Yeah, Alan's not there yet. But it's weird how Rotten Tomatoes works because Film Threat as a media outlet is on Rotten Tomatoes, but I personally, nor Alan, is on Rotten Tomatoes as people, individuals.
No.
So sometimes Rotten Tomatoes will reach out to us when a movie gets a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. They'll go, well, would you say it's rotten or whatever? Happens a couple times a year.
Mm-hmm. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
I believe there are some critics who genuinely like it. I think there's just like, I'm going to automatically like a Nolan film, of course.
Yeah, what's wrong?
But I also believe there are some critics who are going to overpraise this because of the culture war aspect and because who has been going after it. Now, I have been asking the question, like, how is this going to perform? I don't think it's going to flop like at all. And I've never thought that. I've got people like on X going, what are you going to say to these fucking box office? I'm going to go, they line up to what I've been saying and what Ryan's been saying, what Jeremy's been saying, what nobody's been saying it's going to flop outside of people who, there's been some people here and there, but like outside of the content creator, I don't think I've seen anybody say it's going to flop. It's going to open up to $200 million worldwide. I think it's going to be above that. All right. I'm just going to call it now.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's going to be above that. I think internationally it will do very well.
Yeah.
I think it'll do well internationally. I could be wrong. And listen, if this thing flops, roast the shit out of me. Okay. I can take my medicine. I've been wrong before. I was wrong today. I'll be wrong tomorrow. It's all good. I'm just a fucking retard with a microphone. But yeah, it's tracking at 200 million. It was 200 to 230. That's what makes me think I think it'll be a little higher than that because of the international numbers. then it has a little time before Spider-Man comes out and bodies it. Absolutely bodies it. And there's no Barbenheimer. It's rated R. It's almost 3 hours long, but that's what everybody said about Oppenheimer. And you can't discount Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer had Barbie for sure, but Oppenheimer making almost $1 billion is like inexplicable.
That no one predicted.
Yeah, nobody.
But that's why the zeitgeist is real. What resonates with people?
Yep.
What is in the zeitgeist that people are feeling that makes something a hit that is unpredictable. I think Obsession is like that in the sense that there's so many layers to that movie that I think Gen Z can relate to. Much of it having to do with dating is broken, young relationships are broken. How do men and women deal with relationships today is very broken. I feel for them.
Christopher Nolan fans will stop at this. Does not surprise me at all to see the Odyssey and IMAX 70mm from cross-country trips, which is reasonable, to delaying pregnancy, which is not reasonable, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But I don't know how true that is.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is.
Yeah. So if you want to ask me any questions, but I mean, I told you the big things. You're gonna have a lot of nitpicks even beyond that, and they're valid.
I am more worried if it's good or not. I mean, the box office is a gauge, and it's a fun way to keep score on. It's the only way we can judge a success or not. But ultimately, there's the biggest movies of the last 2 years. I hate. I think they're garbage. I think Avatar is garbage.
Well,
hot garbage.
I hated the third one. The second one I thought was fun as a family. It was like Swiss Family Pandora,
I think James Cameron's writing is simplistic.
Yes, it is.
Dialogue is fucking trash. I think the climate change anti-humanist message in it can go fuck off. Everything about that movie can fucking just leave this mortal coil.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I can't wait for the debate about it. I don't think it'll be as divisive as, I mean, it could be one battle after another. It's weird that Hollywood didn't understand why people did not like that movie. Why do they not get it? It's so
no, they don't, and they they overpray it. It didn't know what it wanted to be. That's part of the problem. It didn't know what it wanted to be. So to me, it was a long slog of a mess. I can watch a movie about a burnt out communist revolutionary kind of trying to find. I can watch that movie and be fine with it, but it just wasn't good. It was really long. It was really fucking boring. And Leo DiCaprio is starting to the range on him. People talk about his range. He only picks really fucking crazy, fucked up people.
I like
Leo. Crazy, fucked up people. So it's a variation of a really crazy, fucked up person. Okay. I thought it was really good in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I love that movie.
I thought it was really good in that. But for the most part, it's just some variation of some fucked up person. He doesn't like to play traditional roles because he doesn't play them in life. He's got a clock on all his girlfriends. You say it's a meme, but it happens all the time. Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix plays a variation of fucked up characters.
Yeah.
And yet Christian Bale, outside of Batman.
Those are the roles that get all the attention, that get awards, that are you're chewing scenery, you're overacting.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's like playing a retard, except not playing a retard. You're just playing a psycho.
Right.
Which is fine, but I didn't like his character. I didn't care about his character. And Paul Thomas Anderson can make you care about people who are kind of fucking off in previous films, right?
Yeah. by the way, listening to Real BBC as I always do, you guys were talking about they're going to remake Star Wars.
Yes.
I 100% agree, but the way that they'll do it, I believe they will do it in animation. It'll either be an anime remake, or they've already been doing on the Star Wars official YouTube channel. They're redoing
I think they'll do both.
The famous segments from Star Wars, famous scenes, but they do them in, I kid you not, yarn. It looks like
animation will not bring them what they need. The reason they're going to remake it, I think they'll do both, but the reason they're going to remake it in live action is because it is the only card they have to play.
Well, you're right. There's nothing else they can do with the brand because they can't make Star Wars.
No,
so they can just remake it
in their image.
It's very sad
with Hanna Solo.
I know that was so funny. I think they should just do woke Star Wars. It'll be great. It'll be like it'll be like the
Bring
Wiz.
it on. Oh my god.
Make all the stormtroopers fat, like just fat with nose rings.
Maybe they'll make Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers make videos again.
yeah. Just make it, but make it beyond woke. Where the
YouTube videos.
I love what you were saying. How Darth Vader will be black.
Yes, Darth Vader will be black. Anakin Skywalker will be black.
Luke and Leia will be mixed race. Will be brown.
Yeah.
Great, do it. I would watch that only for the lulls.
That's why. Hey, listen, we have fun doing this. When people go mad, they got mad. It's like, no, I've been laughing my ass off for close to 10 years now.
Oh my God. I can't wait.
All you can do.
I can't wait for FNT at this point. I mean, I will have out all the popcorn. I mean,
and we got Metatron.
Dude, don't even you only need one topic Friday. There's a lot of news coming out. Sure,
we're not hitting any other topic.
No, none of it. You got one item. Odyssey. You're going.
How long did we talk about it last week? X-Ray Girl.
Yeah, there was a lot.
I can check my notes. 1 second.
I think it was like an hour.
Yeah, an hour. I was.
It's actually spot on an hour.
Yeah. Remember when Rings of Power came out and our entire show was Rings of Power?
Oh my God. People are like, stop talking about it. We get it. We get it. Same thing with Acolyte.
Oh my God.
Some of our most watched episodes, by the way, like by far. All right. So what do we got here? We're going to change the subject from Odyssey. Chris, thank you for the review.
Yeah. Well, my honest thoughts are still germinating. So
processing. Yeah.
I mean, you may feel that way too, because you remember when you saw the Batman. Did you love it?
No.
Did you hate it?
No.
Parts of it, I'm going to guess, that's the Odyssey.
My opinion didn't change though. I went back to the Batman 3 times. So I saw it first and then I saw it again. Opinion hasn't changed. And then I watched Penguin and I'm like, well, maybe my opinion has changed now. And it didn't.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
No, that fucking Riddler being an incel.
That was dumb.
Pisses me off to no end.
The last third sucks.
It's so stupid. And then none of his plan made sense. And when you think about Batman's detecting in it, it's pretty retarded.
Yeah.
So what's up, Epic Mike? I saw you in the chat.
Mike.
How's it going, brother?
I was watching G&G Daily before this.
All right. This is Chris, you put it best. How did you describe this, Chris?
How did I describe the
Golem?
It looks fucking pathetic.
It's embarrassing.
Pathetic. It's embarrassing. I mean, also, I'm more of a fan of, can you make the movie and then after the movie comes to DVD, tell us how you made it? This makes me so unexcited first of all, I don't care about the story for The Hunt for Gollum because I already know what happens because I saw Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
We don't need this story. I mean, it's like, Moana came out, bombed, and most people were asking, rightly so, the question, why did you make a live action Moana? There was effectively animation. And I just don't want to see any BTS until I've seen the movie. This is not a good representation. Show me a still, show me Gollum talking, show me some tease, but I don't want to see Andy Serkis in fucking leotards covered in balls.
So we have 2 movies coming out that are essentially chapters that were not, or things and elements that were from certain chapters that were not filmed in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. So this isn't an adaptation of the book per se. This is stuff that needs to fit in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. So it will be radically changed. And I don't know how you're fucking supposed to watch this. All right, so you watch the start of Fellowship, and then there's a timestamp that they're going to throw up for us to go into this new adventure with new actors or de-aged with AI actors, which is hilarious to me. And it's The Shadow of the Past, which is one, if not the first chapter wrote for Lord of the Rings. It's one of the earliest chapters written for Lord of the Rings. Council of Elrond and some of the appendices. That's it. And it's a hunt for Gollum. They're adding a character or 2 already. And we'll see where they go. It's not directed by Peter Jackson. It is produced by Peter Jackson. It is directed by Andy Serkis, who did one of the Venom movies. And yeah, he did Venom and Carnage, right? Not the last one.
I don't know.
He did Venom, Carnage, whatever the fuck it was. I completely forgot it. And Animal Farm. Animal Farm.
Can I tell you what I think this is? This is
Sure.
This is LOTR DLC.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's a new level from LOTR you didn't get to play and or see. And I don't care. We already have.
Before we get into this,
yeah. You're gonna play
Peter
the
Jackson has talked about getting rights to the Silmarillion, which the Tolkien estate, who I've had my criticisms of, has absolutely refused to have made, because that was, I'm guessing, the last wish of one of the greatest sons who ever lived. Christopher Tolkien said, never let them touch this for a movie, because it's unfinished work from his father that Christopher edited and published, but it would be a Fire and Blood situation. You don't have a lot of dialogue. It's just a recounting of history. And it would be ripe for fucking Hollywood to fuck it up. But that being said, there's far more interesting stories in it, like some metal as fuck stories. Like that would be great if we lived in a different timeline that didn't get sucked through a micro black hole into the retardiverse from CERN, and somebody competent making it. But so this is test. So he's trying to get those rights, and I think he gets them. I think he eventually gets them, but I think it all depends on this. Oh, and the Stephen Colbert movie.
Oh, God.
Again, another subversive hire who has no fucking experience at all in writing movies, but Hollywood sees him as silenced by the Trump administration. So Peter Jackson's going to hire him as a fuck you, especially to a lot of the Tolkien fandom. And if you don't think that's the motivation or part of the motivation behind it, I would say there's a lot of videos, there's a lot of news, there's a lot of evidence out there that will pretty much prove it, that is the motivation behind a lot of Hollywood. Spite, pure spite, which is a great creative decision, as we all know.
Well, there's another video I found, you probably already know about it, where Andy Serkis talks about checking boxes.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
Fully contradicting what he said with Animal Farm. So like he says one stupid Andy Serkis, card-carrying member of the Socialist Party, by the way.
But so if I really think that the people that are speaking loudly that they're not compromised, or in the case of Nolan, we just assume because of his past work he's not compromised. Well, when you live here, I kind of feel like if you're in that system around it, just by osmosis, you're just this is how we end up with the Odyssey being what it is.
Well, and this needs to fit into Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. So if there's a bunch of diversity, you're going to go, what happened?
Yeah.
Did Gollum murder all the diverse elves? Let's see that. Hit play.
Here we go, onto the mocap stage for day one.
Directors on set, let's stand by, please, everybody.
Thanks, Bruno. Right. Well, now then, what are we going to start with?
Scene one, the beginning.
It's a very good place to start. Who's up?
You are.
Well, it makes things very easy.
Yeah.
Okay, here we
All
go.
right, let's go. All right, thank you, everyone. Standing by to shoot.
Very exciting.
And roll camera.
And action.
Oh, look, a set in New Zealand, which Rings of Power abandoned, by the way. So there is parts of this. I love the motivation, which is spite, behind the studio making Lord of the Rings while Amazon is fucking it up with Rings of Power. But this is fucking it up too, and even worse, you're fucking up the greatest trilogy ever made by trying to insert a story into it. And this is something Peter Jackson, even while he was making The Hobbit, would not even consider, but he's considering it now. And it's because of very large piles of money. This is ill-advised. I don't understand it. I would, if you're going to do anything, adapt to Silmarillion. I don't think Peter Jackson is the Peter Jackson of old. I don't hate the Hobbit trilogy as much as a lot of people do. It is bloated. It's got unnecessary scenes. It's got some stupid shit in it, but it's also got some pretty awesome stuff. Let's be real. But this is just, we need franchise. We need to find a way to expand franchise. So we're doing a midquel, an intraquel. It's one of those two. It might be both.
It's DLC.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. It's DLC. It's a side quest, and one where there are no stakes. There are no stakes because we already know. That's why this lesson, like when George Lucas set out with the story for Empire Strikes Back, he knew the audience would never be convinced that Luke would be in peril. Like in the lightsaber duel with Darth Vader and Luke at the end of Empire, they're not going to kill Luke. He's the lead character. You need to make the stakes about something else that could happen. The audience would believe that Luke could potentially be swayed to the dark side. That's what the stakes were, not whether Luke could die or anything. And he amped up the stakes, right? So what are the stakes? He made it a
completely different film. I remember seeing that trailer for the first time and being utterly blown away. Like, what are they doing? Like, it's a completely different situation. And our heroes look like they were getting their asses kicked, which is the whole film. This, you're right. We know what happens.
No stakes.
No. And they're going to show Sauron.
Well, you know that, the best motivation to tell a story is money.
Well,
and
always.
I say that, I say that with a wink and a nod because we know that's not true. And I feel like when Peter Jackson set out to make the first, make the Lord of the Rings, it was more than money for him. We all know that. And it was almost magical, I mean, not just the movies, the behind the scenes of the movies and the camaraderie and like, you've seen all the BTS, right? But the way that the cast like bonded, it's like they're forever bonded. That moment cannot be repeated.
No.
But can you milk it to make more money? Well, the answer is you're seeing it now. And the answer is yes.
Yeah. We're a long way from this, Peter Jackson.
Did you have some kind of mechanism, in a sense, so that you could make sure that you were true to Tolkien? Well, we didn't want to put any of our own, certainly in terms of the thematic material, we didn't want to put any of our own baggage. I mean, we had no interest in putting our messages into this movie, but we thought that we should honor Tolkien by putting his messages into it. And we thought he cared about things. The countryside and the rise of evil, and he cared passionately about certain issues. And we thought what we should do to honor him is to make sure that what he cared about ends up in the movie. That's what we tried to do.
Yeah, a lot of people
not here.
Hear that. Yeah, a lot of people should hear that.
Not here. Oh God, I was just hoping this would never get off the ground. I was hoping like it's a rumor. It's not. Oh, now it's actually being filmed and happening and coming out next year. And of course, I'll be there. Of course, we're going to watch it. But Jesus.
Yeah. To quote a Nolan film, you live long enough. What is it? You die a hero, live long enough
to become the villain.
And it's like when you look at like Feige could have stopped after Endgame and said, "I'm retiring. That's it. Marvel's going to be on hiatus for 5 years. Maybe we'll come back with like some X-Men or FF movies." Or that's what they should have done, is just dropped everything, just told other stories in the Marvel universe. You know, there doesn't have to be some consistency between everything. I mean, Peter Jackson could have mic dropped, "I'm done with Lord of the Rings. That's it." I mean, I think a part of him is like looking at other people are going to screw it up, or they're going to remake it later. I mean, could they remake it, Gary? Lord of the Rings?
Oh, they will eventually. Yes.
You think so?
Yes, of course.
Black Aragorn. I can't wait.
You know it. You
Whatever.
absolutely know it.
God.
I don't know if it'll be soon, but yes, they will absolutely remake it. Maybe they remake it into a series. Who knows? But there are no limits to the creative bankruptcy of Hollywood. And well, we're seeing Toy Story 5 and constant remakes of animated films that are just soulless, and they're horrible. So once we get past talked about it, once you get past woke slop, we just get slop. And then when something semi-original comes out that people like, that costs $750,000 to make, it's a hit, and they're going to learn all the wrong lessons. As a matter of fact, Robert talked about it last night. The director from Obsession is doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or is that the Backrooms guy?
Yeah, that's the guy from Obsession is doing Texas Chainsaw, which I think why? That's what I said. Why?
It's Robert went into it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is not fun. There's nothing fun about that series or about that quote unquote franchise. And I think he compared it. We talked about this earlier on a previous stream. Like Nightmare on Elm Street is fun. It's horror, but it's fun. You're not going to get anything fun out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What do you got here, X-Ray Girl?
This is the thing about the diversity in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Tolkien himself was influenced a lot by Norse mythology. There's a lot of kind of that feeling. The Shire feels very, very much like a very white. You know, they're not very concerned about what goes on beyond the borders of the Shire, but they know they don't want people coming in. Yes, there have been criticisms. This particular film is somewhat acknowledging that. I don't think we're doing we will be doing a politically correct, somehow just casting for the sake of casting and ticking boxes version of the film. So it's where relevant, basically. Tolkien,
man, he was walking on eggshells with that, wasn't he? When you could just come out and go, Tolkien wrote this as English mythology.
Yeah.
End of. That's it. I don't have to say anything other than that. That's what he wanted it. And the Shire is a English town filled with a bunch of Englishmen. And everybody considers it heaven. When anybody asks what fantasy place would you want to live, it's the Shire. There's no other answer. Yeah, the elves' neighborhoods are nice, but a little boring. You know, the Shire, it's got a pub. You know, for all you weed smokers, it's got people smoking weed. Nice yards. Women with hairy feet, sure. But, you know, you can get over that. Rohan gets great. Starts out kind of bad. A little bit in the film. A little bad. Lots of black pilling going on in Rohan. What you looking at, Chris?
I'm booking tickets to the Lucas Museum of Art. I was in the queue for an hour, so my turn came up. I'm sorry, Gary.
The Lucas Museum that they refused to put in San Francisco because the city council couldn't get it together. They refused to put in Chicago because the city council could put it together. So it ends up in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was able to get tickets.
That's good.
Sorry, Gary. Sorry.
It's all good.
Oh my God.
It's all good.
Okay, order confirmed. All right, I'm happy.
What do we got next, extra?
Do we
Oh, let's look at the
Batman
Batman.
or-
Yes.
Okay, good. I read your mind.
Yeah, not sure how I feel about that.
This is very exciting, everybody. Brace yourselves.
I see snow. I see sirens.
I see, police lights. I
I
see
see-
Batman slowly turning around.
I see a collar.
Yeah, I hate that collar.
Me too. What is it?
Whoa.
Gotham by Gaslight?
Yeah. I see skinny Batman.
They
I see
really
a very
wanted to
skinny
tease.
Batman. The Ozempic Batman.
Wait, how much is this the longest gap between a part 1 and a part 2?
I don't think so, but it's one of the longest.
And it's going to take place, 6 months later or something? Wait.
Yeah.
Or a couple months later? That makes I don't know.
I guess we have a fat black Harvey Dent, and it looks like Scarlett Johansson's going to be Poison Ivy.
I hate these castings.
Yeah, and we're not going to get Penguin's role has been greatly reduced, which is like the worst news of it all.
That series, look, Gary, I agree with you. As someone who grew up tying a towel to my back and playing Batman and Robin with neighborhood friends and watching the Adam West TV series, make a Batman TV series with the seriousness and quality of writing like the Penguin. Just get that team to do a Batman show. You have season-long villain arcs. You've got a villain of the week. You can build the world of Batman. I mean, I watched that terrible
Private Chat, X-Ray Girl.
That terrible, what was it? The Gotham series on WB with Jim Gordon. That was first season with, remember Fish Mooney? It was so bad.
Fish Mooney was played by one Jada Pink Smith, whatever her name is.
What are we seeing?
She
it
was
again?
terrible. Yeah, what's this?
Oh, did you want a different trailer? You said to full screen it.
Well, is that what we were just watching?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it was still up. All right, you can take it off.
Okay. I was confused too.
I'm trying to figure it out.
We can watch a different trailer, one that seems to have a lot more better reception.
It's the guy who played Al Pacino in The Offer. he is spitting image. He stands like him. He talks. He's a young Stallone. Dude,
That looks good.
Oh my
This
god, that's
movie
amazing.
is like the kind of movies I just grew up watching and feeling like they're always going to make movies like this. Well, you know what? They never make movies like this anymore. About hard work, going for your dream, believing in yourself. Those values have been lost and replaced by shitty values. I'm a victim and I deserve things. I deserve free shit. Fuck you. This is an American story, an American movie, the kind of movie I grew up watching. I saw a lot of movies that were like that. You ever see a movie called Breaking Away? Great sports movie about 4 Indiana kids that were city kids that beat the college kids in a bike race. It's a go for your dream, work hard. That American work ethic has been lost. We have a generation of kids now brainwashed by bullshit foreign invaders. Say whatever it is, by freaking socialist
Americans too.
commie motherfuckers that have corrupted our youth. Where movies like this need to be big. These values need to be more in everything. That's America. That story of Stallone. And freaking Grace Randolph wrote some shitty thing about
find her
this.
tweet. So Amazon produced this, right? This is a MGM.
Correct. Yeah, correct. And it'll be in theaters.
It'll be in theaters. I'm going to see it. And you're absolutely right, Chris. Even like the 70s were a pretty dark era for film, lots of nihilism going on, but there was a lot of stuff. Even Star Wars is from the perspective of working class and not in the Marxist sense, in the just regular working person, in America, and, going on an adventure. And we really miss that. So this looks like a feel-good movie, but it would be misleading not to include the real life, more complex elements. Well, okay. We're leading up to Rocky. Hollywood didn't totally cave to his demand to play Rocky. He had to give up the rights to the film, which is why producer Irwin Winkler has them. His first wife, Sasha, who the movie says encouraged him to write Rocky himself, ended up divorcing him for cheating on her and spending their money on those affairs.
Why does Grace Randolph in every meme post sounds like someone dumped her and she's talking about an ex? Fuck
yeah.
That's why her hair looks
that is
like
a terrible.
How do we know that's not in there?
Yeah, you haven't seen the movie. You saw a trailer. And it's like why the critics did not like Michael, which was also very inspiring. Yep. My favorite parts of that Michael movie is when you see his creative process, all the post-it notes of ideas, him just with him alone trying to work stuff out. Being successful is hard. It's hard work. You have to do, you know what you have to do to succeed? You have to do everything you don't want to do. There's a lot of things I don't like doing. I'll do them anyways to achieve a thing. And we've somehow lost that. And that's what that movie, that's why I'm so angry or because I see so much of our youth now are completely lost. I can't hire anyone at Film Threat. We have about 30 writers from all over the world. They're all older. I can't hire anyone under 30 that is incompetent, lazy, or doesn't quiet quit. They all do it. They're not, that work ethic is gone now. And this generation, like I see what's happening in New York. I see what's happening where I live in LA, and bad shit is afoot and it's coming everywhere. I have real concerns, and the movies is only one component of that. So I'm fired up today, Gary. Sorry.
It's all good.
Good. I'm a little fired up, but this movie we'll see. Will this movie resonate now? Maybe. I hope it does. It resonates with me. For sure, I remember seeing Rocky was a phenomenon. You had to see it. It was a phenomenon. Rocky 2 and Rocky 3, those were events. Every movie after was an event.
So I never saw Rocky, but seeing that trailer makes me want to see the Rocky movies.
Yeah, you need to see the Rocky movie.
But I saw them in a theater. I paid $1 at the Berkeley Theater in Michigan. Like it was this a second run theater that played movies that had been in theaters a while. I could walk there. It was like maybe a mile from where I lived. I walked there, paid $1 and saw that movie. I don't know how many times I saw Rocky, but it was, and then by Rocky 3, that movie's so fun.
I love Rocky 3. That's why it's my favorite. Rocky 3 is my favorite.
Eye of the Tiger. My God. I mean,
Mr. T.
By the way,
Clubber Lang.
Before we did the stream, I watched that trailer about 20 times and I got teared up a couple times just because it's not like that kind of story was the kind of story that, I mean, some were told really well, like Rocky. Some were not told so well. But that was kind of a type of movie you would see is go for your dream, believe in yourself, work hard. You may or may not succeed. By the way, in the movie Rocky, if you ask people who wins in the movie, they usually give a wrong answer. Rocky loses the fight, but he wins respect. In the Bad News Bears, they go all the way, this loser team. They lose in the end, but they win respect. And we've got to, people talk about everyone gets a trophy. That is fucked up, kids. You got to learn to lose. You know what? Losing sucks. Getting a failing grade on an exam fucking sucks. The purpose of pain is to teach you a lesson. I'm pretty sure going to prison taught you a lesson. And that pain is something you powered through to become the best version of you, Gary.
I need my pain.
Yeah, pain is good. And we try to shield children from pain. Fuck it. Take the pain. Take all the pain. You'll be better off.
Hail Chris.
I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing shit happening in the culture and society and in LA and in California that piss me the fuck off.
It's probably frustrating. It was frustrating to see when I was there, and that's why I left. It's like there's things you can, you got to choose your battles in life.
Yeah.
Right. And when you see, wow, I am overwhelmingly disagreed with in this town. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I feel
freaking
like
IKEA chair.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm in this little bubble in Pasadena, which is like the Orange County of LA County. It's more like it's where I grew up with in Michigan. It's kind of like that. Like it's blue collar, but there's rich people here too. Zack Snyder lives in Pasadena. Gore Verbinski lives in Pasadena. A lot of actors live in Pasadena because it's normal here. It's like the Midwest where I grew up, which where I grew up isn't even where I grew up anymore. It's not where I grew up. Michigan. Freaking Call to Prayer in Hamtramck. Jesus Christ.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to go down a rabbit hole.
No,
Gary.
keep going down your rabbit hole.
I don't want to go down a rabbit hole.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, yeah. I think. Sorry. Do we have some soups or something we can read or comments?
I mean, we can read some if you want.
Yeah, just because I'd like to talk to the people.
Okay.
I want to see what people are saying.
Super friend man, thank you for the €249. Reeves delay the Batman 2 to 2028.
Massive L. I agree. Yeah, thanks for the support, Super Franda Man, with €1.
Can I get you to read that?
Excited to go to Comic-Con, Gary? Tell him, Frank, I have a badge for Gary. I have a badge for Gary. It's up to him. He'll come back. He'll come back. Gary's gotta go. You gotta be in the room. You gotta come on, Gary. Let's see what I play Rocky. It's so good. Yeah, we just did it. Thank you, super friend.
The infamous El Guapo for $4.99. Tartakovsky is doing Conan Thoughts. Might be the only way to get great version. I work with normies, and not one of them has talked about the Odyssey.
You're talking about Genndy Tartakovsky is going to be animated? I don't know about this. I'm going to look it up right now, but thank you for the support.
I'll read this. Superman on the Streamlabs side for $10 says Elliot Page got ab implants.
Is that true?
I've seen that on people. I don't think Elliot Page actually has it because, like, if you look at when they do the boxing video with the pool noodles, they have like, they're so skinny that abs show through. Like, there's not a lot of fat on the stomach, but it is true.
Oh, there is
You guys, are you really being serious? Or are you joking with me? Like, I don't think
Genndy Tartakovsky. He's doing an animated Conan for Prime for Amazon. All right, cool. I loved his Clone Wars. I think it's better than what we got.
Yeah, this Tartakovsky's Conan. Hell yeah,
it looks good.
I'm down.
Yeah.
We'll read one more. Robert Hayes for $4.99.
Tomorrow technically is the 10th anniversary of Ghostbusters 2016, the first big opening salvo in the culture wars as it pertains to Hollywood. A cinematic blight. Fuck Paul Feig. Fuck Amy Pascal. We are currently working on a 10-year anniversary review that will not come out on the 10-year anniversary because it's Odyssey week. So it should be out next week.
Amazing.
Next week. Because I had never seen the film until last week. I had never seen it. When it came out, I had my full-time job and we were just doing like live reviews of TV shows. I don't know if Chris remembers those days at all, but yeah, like Ash versus Evil Dead. So the beginning of the channel was like a podcast, right?
Yeah.
And then we're like, hey, let's do Talking Dead, except not with Walking Dead because fuck Walking Dead. So we'll do it with everything else. And we did it with American Gods, Ash versus Evil Dead, Westworld, Counterpart, like whatever show we could find. God, every fucking superhero show that came out. Gifted. Remember Gifted? Yeah. Those are the early days of the show. So I didn't do a video. I wasn't doing videos at the time, but I am now. Ash vs. Evil Dead was great.
I never watched it.
Awesome.
I gotta watch it.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Just buy it. By the way, Gary, I canceled my Netflix like a month ago. I have had Netflix from when they were doing discs. I've never not had Netflix. After the Gina fight, I was like, there's nothing to watch.
I honestly haven't popped on. I watched One Piece season 2 a couple times and haven't touched it since.
Yeah, after I watched One Piece season 2, and then there was oh my God, that terrible movie where he goes to a world where women run things. And it's
the Sacha Baron Cohen one.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible. I think we were the only channel that did a review.
I'm surprised Disbrew didn't do a review on that. Maybe he did, and I missed it. But yeah, there's nothing really on Netflix. So
there isn't.
Ash versus Evil Dead. A lot of people at the time correctly pointed to Cobra Kai as a way to, it's the best way to honor the past while bringing in new characters. Ash versus Evil Dead is the exact same.
Yeah.
So you got Ash Williams being Ash Williams, and he brings back the Deadites by going on a fucking date and getting stoned and reading out of the Necronomicon. And then he forgets about it. So at the end of the episode, he's like, all the deadites are coming back, and he's like, what the? And he opens up the book, and a joint falls out, and he just goes, fuck. It's so good. It's so fucking good.
Oh my god.
God damn it. Watch Ash versus Evil Dead, and it's gory as hell. The blood. Watch the behind the scenes too. Of all the blood buckets they had and stuff. It was great. Fucking Ash is awesome. All right. So Doomsday. I think Doomsday is doomed. So this is Andy Park. Okay, by the way, go back to that. Go back to his tweet. Fired Andy Park, who was the art director for Marvel for many years, says, Avengers Doomsday, the final full film I had the honor of leading as director of visual development at Marvel Studios. This illustration commemorates that journey and reveals the characters and their looks for the first time. I kind of think he did this as a troll. I'm going to say this is a bitter ex-employee. He's probably still getting paychecks, but he's gone now. And he released this image, which I hate posters like this. I just do. It's faces and body posters.
Oh my God. It looks so ugly. It's embarrassing.
And we have Steve Rogers, Street Clothes Steve, Shirt Pants Steve, Captain Shirt Pants, holding fucking Mjolnir, which is cracked up because of female Thor, by the way, and Thor Love and Blunder. We have the fucking Thunderbolts to the left. So of the classic Avengers, we have two. Because Robert Downey Jr. does not count as Dr. Doom. So we have Thor and Cap. And the rest of it is all the new shit and some Fox X-Men. What a mess. Like, this looks like a mess. Like, there was no setup for this or anything.
And having read that plot synopsis, it seems dumb. Yeah. Like, how do you, in a comic book, you can see a lot of things that look fantastical. And they finally figured out, let's put them in comic accurate costumes. Although I hate the Fantastic Four costumes. I know we've seen versions with the white and blue. I prefer the black and blue early Kirby, more like that. It looked more serious, but whatever. They finally are doing comic accurate costumes. How do you illustrate visually an incursion and make it so the audience understands? Now, the Snap, as they call it, which is a stupid name. I always thought that was a stupid name. The Snap. Did you like that, Gary?
What, the blip, you mean?
Blip.
The blip was stupid.
The blip. Yeah, that's right. The blip was stupid. The Thanos snap, whatever. The way they illustrated it, we understood, right? It makes sense. How are we going to understand incursion? Another timeline. I don't get. How do you
a purple wave
visually show
it'll be a
that?
Purple wave.
It'll be a blue light, like every fucking Spielberg movie. That lazy blue light and we're told what it is. There's no way. I just don't see this working, and it's a mess.
Well, Campea reported, and others have reported now, that there is a lot going on behind the scenes, and it's not good. And RMB talked about it last night on his stream, that he, as Chris mentioned earlier, that he believes they're trying to cut it down for time.
Yeah.
So it's facing major problems. Film is a complete mess after shooting without a finished script. I mean, that's shocking. Absolutely shocking. And then a lot of this is coming out after that plot leak, which is 100% true, by the way. So now the studio in real time saw what people thought of the plot of the movie, and the vast majority, if not everybody, said this sounds terrible.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Like there's no other way to there's no other way to it sounds terrible. Say that to a normie. How are they? It makes no sense to me.
delay the film. You have no choice.
By the way, I ran into someone you and I both know in person at a certain movie theater who confirmed the editing is a mess. He said, when they first made these movies, Robert Downey Jr. was a risk. Chris Evans was not a star. He was an actor who'd been in some romantic comedies, some thrillers, not a star. No one was really a star. Now you've got egos. Now you've got when they get to they're making a third Star Trek movie and Leonard Nimoy says, well, I'll come back if I can direct it. Do you think some of the cast is pushing their weight for script in a movie already overstuffed, fighting for screen time or fighting for what about that line? Everyone laughed on set. Why'd you cut that line out?
I wouldn't doubt it at all. It's a recipe for disaster. You don't have a finished script. You have too many actors in the story. You're doing pretty much everything in post. So you're piecing together this Frankenstein of a movie where you're not even sure what your final vision is. You're bringing back the Russo brothers, who are a bit overrated based on their work after Endgame and Endgame. And they're going to be your saviors. I think this has a huge second week drop. I think it does great the first week. But you've set nothing up. And how are people going to react to Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom? He's not going to be the fun, quippy, cheeky Tony Stark. He's going to be villain man. Oh, and then you have to Captain America has to convince everybody that the person who's there to save the universe is a guy named Dr. Doom.
Right.
How do you make that work?
There'll be a dumb line in there where oh, you're a glass half empty guy. Oh, you're Dr. Doom. Like him spouting the the incursions and all this. That's how he gets his name, is because because he's filled with dread and doom over what's going to happen. The tickets go on sale Monday. Did you know that, Gary?
That's awfully early.
Well, it's so you can reserve it in Infinity Vision theaters.
So a regular nice theater.
Regular nice. They're not IMAX screens though.
No.
They're the Dolby Cinema.
The Dolby 4D, whatever. So normal theaters that you would normally book anyway.
Normal theaters that aren't IMAX, by the way.
So they could say our Infinity Vision screens sold out, which are just they didn't build a special Infinity theater. It's just a regular theater that they're labeling Infinity because they got fucking kicked out of IMAX by Dune.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mess.
It is a mess, and I think there's a very good chance Spider-Man Brand New Day could make more money if it's good.
Yeah, and I agree with Burnett that they're cutting to a running time.
Yeah, but what running time?
2:45.
Can you check your texts? And then we did read some of these super chats already, so I'm going to skip to the one where we're at now.
All right.
The Fabulous Flapjack for $4.99. I'll dedicate my chat to Sam Neill. R.I.P. to everyone's favorite paleontologist.
Yep. R.I.P. Sam Neill.
Leonardo T. Dragon has gifted one Nerdrotic membership. Thank you so much.
One Nerdrotic membership. Oh my God.
Keep talking.
Here, I'll actually, Ray Hitler for 5. With all this modern filth, the best cure is to read classics. Rereading the Odyssey and Blood Meridian now.
There you go.
It's a great palate cleanser. Reading is great for you. It's really good. You should if you can. Do you want to read now, or do you want to
I'm gonna have to, because you can't. I don't think many people know the death of Achilles, the Trojan horse, and the fall of Troy were not on the Iliad or the Odyssey. They were 7-8 epics. Only 2 survived. The second one, and the 7th one. RIP Dr. Grant, Dr. Weir, John Trent. Thanks, Sam X. Thanks, Sam. Sam Neill. RIP Sam Neill. A Rocky documentary trailer just released. Also, Gary, did you and Ryan bail on Mad King play after seeing the casting? I think the Odyssey will be good. Mad Dog, we have not yet. I have to get a visa. My tickets aren't till September. So we'll find out then. I wanted to bail, and then I'm like, you know what? Let's go. Let's go see the Black Starks. Whatever happened to One Piece live action stream? We never had time for it. Ryumple for $2. Time ran out. Chris sucks. You won't be at DCon this year. Dragon Con. I'm competing in what the hell? Muscle nerds. Oh, the Z threw me off. Muscle nerds.
Bodybuilding
for my first ever bodybuilding show this year as He-Man.
I'm so bummed out about Dragon Con. Last year, they put me up in a hotel. I flew out and did 7 panels. And this year, they're like, we're good. Sorry, man. I mean, good luck in the muscle nerds. That'll be, man, Dragon Con is the most fun. Like, I go to San Diego Comic-Con. I see a lot of people I see once a year. It feels more like work. Dragon Con is fun.
You've always
the attitude. It's, oh God, I love Dragon Con.
So why aren't you going? Because I mean, I understand.
I wonder if I could go.
Maybe.
I wonder if I could go.
I want to go to San Diego Comic-Con real bad.
Well, I got a badge for you.
I can't,
dude.
I've got the meetup right afterwards. I'm in Wisconsin right now. I got to go home. Fucking, there's a lot of stuff going on. You never know. I could change my mind last minute.
Well, I will have a badge for you no matter what.
I need a reason to go, right?
I'm there.
Well, that's reason enough.
Marvel Hall H.
Hey.
Oh, wait. No, that's what I was looking for. I'm there.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Not that great.
No. I mean, there'll be videos to make because the Doomsday trailer will come out. But the thing is, I'll be able to see it from home. I'll be able to see it from the comfort of my home.
Maybe you will. Maybe you will. I remember last time you're like doing the live stream, gonna react to the trailer, and then nothing happened.
I had a fun live stream though. We did talk. What did we talk about? There was something we ended up talking about that was kind of important that I completely forgot. Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to make this decision right now. One day at a time. I am worried about the Odyssey. It is Odyssey week.
Worried?
Well, not
yeah,
worried. That is where my focus is. That is the one thing I am focusing on right now. It's difficult for me to I can't do 2 videos at once. Like once I lock in on something, I lock in. It's like an OCD.
Yeah.
So that is my concern. That is my focus. That is my priority. Featuring Elliot Page as the mythical Biclops. Ho! Cole Hauser has become a member. Praise Allah, Cole Hauser. Bless you, my friend. Maxi Rage for $2 says, X-Ray, you practicing your Mongolian throat singing?
I don't even know what that sounds like. Sure. Mongolian throat singing expert here.
There are too many jokes.
I can see you processing that.
What justifies a 3-hour film to you as opposed to watching a series, i.e. the Dune? Did we read this one?
No.
Okay. I.e. the Dune films versus the Dune miniseries on Sci-Fi Channel. What justifies it as a 3? Well, it's if the director wants to make a 3-hour film, as releasing something in the theater is far more profitable, or has the potential to be far more profitable than releasing a series on TV now. Now, Dune film series on Sci-Fi Channel, not that many people watch it, but you still get ads, right? So there's still a potential for profitability. With streaming, there's no potential for profitability. You might gain a few subs, but rarely, if ever, do those subs coming in justify the cost of the show. And every streamer is finding that out now. That's why every streamer is going to go to ads, and eventually they're going to make ad-free so expensive it will be impossible for most people. And then even when you get ad-free, I pay for ad-free on Hulu. It's not for every show. I get ads for shows because they are connected to some other streamer, so that's their way around it. That's that. Now, if it were made well, I would prefer a streaming series to where you get more of an adaptation of, you get more of the book. I've always leaned towards prestige series over film nowadays when it comes to adapting something. Look, even though most of them suck.
That Sci-Fi Channel series, I remember watching when it aired on Sci-Fi. It looked cheap. It looked like it was shot overseas. It was cheap. It was more accurate to the book, but I always envisioned Dune and at least the first 4 Dune books as maybe 8 seasons of a TV show made with Game of Thrones style quality writing when it was good, writing and production value. You know, the dragons are the worms, whatever. But like, that's when I saw Game of Thrones, I'm like, this is freaking Dune. Now you can do Dune, but do it this way. I like the look of the Denis Villeneuve movies. I like the casting a lot, and the music and just everything about it. But everything is abbreviated, and the way they changed Chani, it's way off of the books now. It's gonna piss people off. But so we'll get something that's like the quality of Dune. But, I mean, like
he was more. I think he was talking about Dunes, but also just like what parameters do you make? Well, it's what they set out to do. I think Dune. I think it would be naive to think a studio could make a Dune film and make it less than 3 hours, or 2 hours and 45 minutes. I think that's ridiculous. And there still is this belief that if a movie is over 2 hours, you're hurting the potential box office. I would argue the argument that everybody has that is correct. If the movie's fucking good, they'll sit in a 4-hour fucking movie. You know, that's where Warner Brothers fucked up. The extended cuts would have done just as well as the theatricals for Lord of the Rings. I can't think of a person I have ever talked to who goes, no, I prefer the theatrical. And nobody does.
They would pay a premium to see the extended cuts. You know,
I mean, make that option. Honestly, The only thing that keeps you from doing that is competing theaters. But, you know, if you're in a time where nobody is releasing a bunch of shit, you're in February, then you could go, well, you have 2 options. You can watch the shorter and the longer. Most people will choose the longer. They will, just out of curiosity. Yeah. Now, I chose the longer version of Ghostbusters 2016 to my regret, but I chose longer. Like the ladies, they choose longer. Size queen. But just to go back to the Prestige series, what Chris talked about is the first 3, mostly 4 till the end seasons of Game of Thrones showed you what was possible. Like, this is possible. This is great. We've never seen one really stick the landing.
Yes.
We've seen a lot of great first seasons. I am very happy with One Piece season 1 and 2 until I get into the source material more, and I'll probably end up hating it. But I'm very happy with that. But we haven't seen one actually stick the landing. And we're talking about like genre fantasy, not like Breaking Bad or Sopranos or something like that. Jonathan Thomas for $10. Chris, did you see Kaylee, Maul, Zoe, and Walsh are going to be at Dragon Con? Brown Coats Unite. Also, who cares for Hollyweird? Fathom Events has great event run of movie events through October.
Yeah, Fathom Events schedule is insane.
Brilliant.
And yeah, I wish I was going.
They are peer pressuring you going to Dragon Con.
I want
like
to
you're
go.
peer pressuring me to go to Comic Con.
Well, it's a quick trip for you. It's a quick trip.
I got to get
But
on.
Dragon, I have nowhere to stay at Dragon Con. Like, I don't have anywhere to stay. Not at one of the key hotels. I don't have a badge. If anyone can help with any of those things, I will go.
Well, I don't have place to stay in San Diego, but I know it well enough to find a place.
You can find a place in San Diego.
Well, that nobody picks, right?
Right. Although this year, harder than ever to get hotels in San Diego.
Well,
and my suspicion is because of Marvel.
Yes. And the trick is to not get a hotel in San Diego. Fuck downtown San Diego. It looks like shit now. Go.
Yeah, it does.
I don't even want to tell my secret. There's a train. There's a beach. There's some beautiful areas that you can stay and just walk on that train. And
there's an island. You can stay on the
island.
Yeah.
And if you want a little bit of a cheaper price, just go inland a little bit and you're fine. There's a trolley. It's a little shitty. You know, you might get stabbed, but these, you know what? These are things that didn't happen in San Diego.
Yeah. Gas lamp is fucked up.
These are not like even 15 years ago, the gas lamp was clean and safe.
Yep.
Now it's naked dudes jerking off, the plague, fucking rats running everywhere. It's just LA. But that's what San Diego gets for electing, you know, politicians and their gay mayor who doesn't do anything. There you go. Well, I mean, he replaced the Republican mayor who didn't fucking do anything. So they all don't do anything. They're all idiots. We got an airport there. I still say sorry. There's an airport in San Diego that's needed to be replaced for 30 years. And they still don't. They can't get it done because nothing could get done in California. Bradley for $9.99. Gary, newly sober, hail, and you're an inspiration to stay on the path. Well, it's you. It's all you, Bradley. Okay, I'm glad. Like, I brought it to you, but all the sobriety is you. So always. Don't forget to give yourself credit. You don't need to be humble when it comes to staying sober. That is something you should brag about, but also keep in mind that the demon is, and I see sobriety as a demon. The demon is caged, but never defeated. It's never killed. It's never killed. Keep that. That's really internalize what one day at a time means. It's not just some stupid saying that people hang up at their wall. It is how you need to live your life. It is staying in the moment as much as possible. It took me forever to learn that. I'm like, stay in the moment. That's what I'm doing. It's a mindset. Hang on. I wasn't done reading that. I am so excited to see your review of the Odyssey. Couldn't care less otherwise. I am excited to see other YouTubers' reviews of the Odyssey.
I am too. I want to see, like, if the things that bother me bother others. You know, I remember seeing the Batman and just being mixed about it. Like, there's stuff I really like, and this stuff it's awful.
If they had expanded on the beginning of the Batman, it would have been the best Batman film ever made.
Yeah, it would.
Period.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They just flat out didn't. And then they turned into white privilege bullshit.
Now I'm really worried about. Yeah, it was like I was into Batman until in the middle when that line is uttered on that roof of the Catwoman. Boom. And Alan and I, like, we're like, and we didn't want to say it's so funny. We were so early in I didn't know how to do video reviews. I still feel like I don't. I just kind of tell you my.
I've given you some advice on what to do with your channel, and someday you will fucking listen to me.
Well,
talk about peer pressure.
We're kind of editing. We're taking our clips and editing clips to make it like it's not like you have like.
I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna cut you a video. I'm gonna cut you a video myself. I will do it for you to show you how to do it, because it will grow your channel. There's somebody recently who came out with some horrible advice on how to grow a channel. That person said you don't need fancy editing. You need fancy editing. Fancy editing is something that even prior to AI, the algorithm favors, 100% favors. And I have proof of this because it's helped my channel grow. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but editing absolutely is important eventually for you to grow and evolve your channel. And it's very helpful in recording. It is. Not everybody. It's a talent. It is a legit talent to sit down and go boom for 10 minutes. Ryan can do it. Razorfist can do it. Jeremy can do it. Like that's a talent. Not everybody has, right? And the way you can evolve from that is editing. I don't script. I bullet point, but I do not script. But a lot of people do. There's nothing wrong with scripting, as long as you write it yourself. You know, Drinker writes a script. Drinker's a writer, and Drinker is the best in the business because he can make the most points with the most practical use of words in the shortest amount of time, better than anybody I've ever seen on this platform.
Well, what I like from watching like Drinker, I watch Drinker, obviously you, Jeremy Johns. People have different ways of approaching it. I don't know that there's one right way. There are more successful ways if you want views. And so I really enjoy it. I like Jeremy Johns is short, sweet. Same with Drinker. Yours are like mini documentaries. And they really, oh dude, some of the like cuts, like people steal from you also, by the way, they do. You see them steal your cuts.
I take that as a compliment.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, and like I don't know. You have a different approach. I like different approaches. It's like,
well, Jeremy Johns has a great personality, and that's a personality that's genuine, by the way, because I met him and he's exactly like that in real life. He's a very nice person.
But he's turning it. I'm worried about him. He's turning into Serpico, Al Pacino with the leather jacket, the long hair.
I like the look. To be honest,
I'm worried about him. I'm worried.
Zodlander for 100 Swedish krona. Hi, Chris, Gary, and X-Ray Babe. Simp. My PC is still not fixed. Thank you for saving me time and money on the Odyssey. I will keep reading comic books. Gary's book. Oh, cheers. Go read more books, kids. Hail chat. Hail. Yeah, when I do my review, Piers thing dropped today, by the way. So Piers asked me at the end, he asked me like, what's more beneficial for your channel? And it's a good question, by the way. If I review something negative or positive. And I told him it's financially, if we're going to get into financially without getting into numbers, it's the same. It's 100% the same. As far as a matter of fact, the algorithm and now the AI algorithm can recognize what you're talking about and the tone you're talking about it and how salty you get as far as like talking about trans people or something like that. So a video like, which I was trashing the movie, but a video like Disclosure Day will do just as well as an Odyssey video despite getting fewer views because it's a little more ad friendly. Like that's the only thing it's concerned about, really. But my One Piece review, I mean, if we're going to get into dollars and cents, one of my most profitable videos ever in the top 7. And then when we praised A Night of the Seven Kingdoms for 6 weeks straight, that did really well for the channel too. But I told him ultimately being honest is the only thing that counts. That's the only thing that counts. RIP Sam Neill. epic in all films. RIP to a true New Zealand gentleman. Sorry. I always think he's English. He's New Zealand. A true gentleman. Chris, are you on any panels for Comic-Con?
I am. Film Threat is doing a panel. It's our indie filmmakers panel on Friday, 12:30 p.m. in room. I forget. I've got the graphic here. I can.
Is it in the con or at the hotel?
It's at the convention center. I think.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and Joseph Kahn is on the panel. Rob Burnett is on the panel. I'm on the panel. And we had Zachary Levi. He had to drop out for family reasons, but he'll be on the panel. Then I'm doing a panel on Saturday that I cannot believe I was invited to be on. And it's about putting messaging in your movies. And I looked at I think the person who asked me to be on the panel, I'm concerned I could cause some issues. It's what's it called? I'll find it. But that's on Saturday at like 1. So I have concerns about my being on the panel that I might it's called where is it? It's in 23 ABC, and it's the panel is all about how we can use our movies to promote messages within entertainment and genre films.
That'll be fun. In other words, postmodern deconstructionism slop.
I don't recognize any of the people that are on the panel. Like, I don't know them.
That's concerning the Odyssey, I'm guessing.
No, I don't know, but I don't know that I'll fit. I might not do it. But I'll be at the Big Man Comics booth, Gabe's booth number 1705. I'll be there signing with Gary if he shows up. I've seen bigger.
I'm trying to get my window up. There we go. There we go. All Sword for $19.99. I'm a game nerd, but a movie normie. I watch trailer and decide from there. I would be hard pressed to name 5 directors. I don't think a director name carries the same weight among normies versus cinephiles. Outside of Nolan, I think Nolan carries weight. Nolan definitely carries weight with normies. I think so. Jeremy Johns gave his review of the Odyssey, and I never thought I'd see him without integrity. He's a Nolan bro, but the way he defends this shit, I mean, maybe he likes it. I don't know. Then you had Andy Signore. The guy was Me Too'd by the left, called us trolls for not liking his neo-Marxist garbage he supports. He's a hypocrite. As a Greek, I will never support the bastardization of my culture. Don't expect you to. This is how a Nigerian pretends to be a great Greek basketball player. We tolerate this garbage, and now I'm young enough to say, fuck off.
Wow. Anyways, Jeremy John's review just dropped.
Okay.
It's 15 minutes. That's long for him. That is very long for him. Wow. Okay.
Well, mine will drop when it drops.
Have you been working on it?
Well, a little bit, just my intro, but I can't work on it much because I haven't seen the movie. So we're right now we're just gathering assets and working on an intro, but eventually we will. We'll see it Thursday at 2. Thursday at 2. Grilled Retard for 20 says, give him a chance. He said no to DEI hires. So, it's Andy Serkis. He did, but man, he was walking on eggshells with that question. First time super chat. Nope. There we go. Thank you. Been watching since Save the Expanse. Bad news. The Odyssey sucks. Good news. I released my first comic on Kickstarter. Eureka issue number 1, fully funded. Check it out. One of the artists worked on your book. Oh, hell yeah. Check out. So how do I pronounce this name?
Ontavis. Ontavis.
Ontavis. Thank you for the 20. So it's called Eureka on Kickstarter. Check it out. The Pain 7862 for 20. Closing on my first house Friday, turning one of the bedrooms into an entertainment room. Any suggestions on a comfortable movie watching chair or any other setup suggestions? Make sure there's enough room for the throw of your projector if you're using it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's important.
Blackout curtains.
Blackout curtains. Comfy. I don't know. Do you have pets?
It also depends on how many people you'll have over and your own personal comfort, because you might like an L chair.
Yeah,
or a rocking chair.
Yeah. So if you have pets, leather. Just because, unless you don't let them in the room like I do. I don't let the pets in the room.
Or if you're a thruple, get a larger couch.
A thruple? Polyamorous? Shit.
Ooh, tiles, like sound absorbing tiles if you're going to have really loud sound.
Yeah. Be prepared for anything that you, if you have a good Dolby Atmos and a good subwoofer, shit's going to fall off the wall. Especially for if you play Interstellar.
God, that. Yeah.
All right. Let me get to the next one. Give me just a second.
Yeah. Tora for $50. Thank you so much. Any thoughts on Dragon Slayer? It was a great fantasy movie like Jason and the Argonauts. Greetings from NorCal, Gary.
I like Dragon Slayer. I have Dragon Slayer. I love all of those old fantasy movies. And Jason and the Argonauts is one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, so good.
One of my all-time favorites, and I wish there was a 4K version. Who starred in that? Oh, Ralph Richardson, Peter McNichol. Yeah, I saw that in the theaters many moons ago. Muffalo 970 for $9.99. I don't think many people know the death of Achilles, the Trojan horse, and the fall of Troy were not. Oh, we read this one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we did. John Wayne for $19.85 for $10. I was just watching. What? Were you gonna say something?
No.
You sure? How about now?
Did it pick up my throat? I was clearing it. Sorry.
John Wayne, 1985 for $10 says, I was just watching Geeks and Gamers Daily, and Jeremy was in the chat creaming his pants over the Jeremy Johns review of the Odyssey. He might be way too hyped for objectively at first, then come to his senses later. Maybe.
It's going to be a bloodbath on Friday.
I think so too.
I was warning you
on it. I was fucking planning on it. Are you kidding me?
It's going to be a bloodbath.
I almost want to bring Mahler in, but I know he's busy. But yeah. I think, listen, I think Nolan fans are just going to love it. That's my prediction. I could be wrong. Albert Not a Retro for $10. Elliot Page should play Little Mac in a TV adaptation of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Not kidding. I think Page could pull it off and Tyson could use the money. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think Tyson's doing okay. Don't you think he's doing okay?
I think he's doing okay.
Hastings cut off 1304 for $9.99. Damn Gore. Have some stones. You could borrow Elliot's. Oh, wait, you can't.
Oh my God. Okay, Gary. I almost use this for a video. You have to use it. You know the scene in Ghostbusters? Well, William Atherton plays the a-hole who works for the government. And Bill Murray says, yes, this man has no dick.
Yeah.
That's a clip that could be used at some point in your video.
It is. I've found a few clips, mostly from watching Buffy right now, but that that is actually a really good clip.
But Bill Murray saying that line, yes, this man, it's so great. It's funny.
And you're not being, offensive to them because you're saying this man.
Yeah, this man. Yeah. Exactly. You're not Mr. Anyways, Gary, I'll send, you gotta, please.
I've told the story before. The ET saying Elliot, I have had that in a file for 2 years. 2 years. I'm like, I'm going to use that at some point. Gary Drinker recently said he's going to drag you kicking and screaming into the 40K fandom. Great news. Let the chaos gods rejoice. He already has. I've started on Horus Rising. And of course, all the 40K fans are going to go, no, you should read this instead. I'm sticking with the Horus Heresy, and it is a book list that I think Dankula sent Drinker, and I asked Drinker to send it to me. So I have already started. Ministry of Wrong Think for $9.99. Do you see the quote going around that Nolan took his Oscars off his shelf while writing the Odyssey because it was too daunting? Then his own son said, but Dad, you've never won an Oscar for writing. I mean, I'd understand that. I still have respect for Nolan. Like, it's the only reason why I am not saying it's going to flop and be a piece of shit.
Right.
And I still don't think it's going to flop. But now the quality of the film, we'll wait and see. We will wait and see. James Harris for $9.99. Is it possible for you and Chrissy to reconcile after everything that's happened? For my part, we're still friends, but for anything else, Chrissy, I would refer to my statement on Friday Night Tights from last Friday. Thanks for the reviews, Chris. Seen many movies because of them. How long before people claim Robert Eggers is racist because his casts are mainly white?
They try to do that.
They already do that. Yeah.
They already do that.
They already do that.
Yeah. So F them. You just have to not care. Like Nolan, it's all noise. It's irrelevant. Make the movie should speak. I think the thing that's hurt Nolan with this movie is I've never seen him do more press for a movie than this movie. 60 minutes, this interview, that interview. Why so much press for this movie? He did a lot of press for Oppenheimer, but it wasn't. This is a juggernaut.
Yeah,
of press. This is a lot.
Because Universal is expecting $1 billion, and hell, they might get it for all I know. But this is not a biopic. This is adapting the story that in a large part, that is the basis for Western civilization storytelling. It's the first time it's adapted with this kind of a budget, with Hollywood's, not even arguable, with Hollywood's biggest director, with Hollywood's biggest movie star, who isn't even in his movies, but it's Chris Nolan is Hollywood's biggest movie star with the most ardent and passionate fan base that exists for anybody in Hollywood right now. You will see. Chris is not wrong. This is going to be a bloodbath in some areas. Right.
Dude, I think when people see this plot thread with Elliot Page, it's so on agenda.
It's hard to argue around it based on what I've heard.
It's very on the nose, and I haven't seen anyone discuss it yet. Not in like zero.
No. Part of that reason is, particularly here on YouTube, you don't really want to get into the trans argument, because YouTube's let a lot of stuff go in the last couple of years, like stuff that they wouldn't let go in 2020, 2021. That ain't one of them.
Yeah.
That ain't one of them. And you'll see people focusing on Lupita Nyong'o, which I think is bad as Helena Troy, but I don't think it. I think it's more of a red flag to everything else.
Yeah, it's not her being. It's so brief that it's like whatever. That's Helena Troy, and it's tragic and whatever.
But the studio has really put her front and center. Like she's in the movie for a half an hour.
She's not even close. Not even 5 minutes. I mean, very short.
Which is very telling, in my opinion. It is that, look, we have a black person in this movie. I mean, that's what it looks like. And that's the studio's doing, but it's also Christopher Nolan's choice to put her in the movie. Zombie Dude, 2 parts for $10. Did y'all see they gave the fugitive doctor her own sonic screwdriver? Ugh. What happened to being smart enough not to need one? That's right. How would she be pre-Hartnell? She can't be pre-Hartnell. I thought she was post-Hartnell, pre-second Doctor. I don't hate the design, but the first Doctor is William Hartnell, and Peter Capaldi was the last. R.I.P. Doctor Who. Agreed. I thought she was in between the first and second Doctor. Maybe they changed it. Love seeing Ryan rant come out of Chris's mouth. There you go. Net Stealer for $2. What's up, Net Stealer? You crazy mofo.
Yeah, I get a little worked up.
That's
Ryan
good.
gets worked up. He gets worked up.
Ryan gets worked up, but Ryan's always simmering, right? So most of the time,
he's always angry. He's like the Hulk. He's always Bruce Banner. He's always angry.
Most of the time, he's like, "Wait a minute." However, but then occasionally, when things get too stupid, he'll like, what was it last? I can't even remember. X-Ray Girl. Everybody started talking at once. He was all, "Shut the fuck up."
That sounds just like him too.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Yeah.
Ryan brings his effing A game. Why am I saying effing? Ryan brings his fucking A game to every Friday Night Tights, and I appreciate that. Paul Murgatroyd for 20 British pounds, proper money. Not really relevant to the chat today, but might be fun to show on the FNT to the FNT crowd if they haven't seen it yet. YouTube, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the It's in my book. They'll walk if I tell them to. And I've seen that. I can show it to them. It's fun. As it's too long to share, but as shared a clip today for Nolan fans of a Nolan movie of maybe we could show a little bit of it.
What is it?
It's an example of a Nolan movie, right? And it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
All right.
It's a guy acting with himself, but if you could find it, X-Ray Girl, as posted it a couple hours ago.
I was going to say, I'd like to see a short film with Nolan learning how to use email and signing up.
That would be good.
Email is, it's extraordinary. It's so, how he speaks everything, like he speaks in a way where everything's important.
The serendipity of communication.
Words on the screen. The predictive text is.
Stop crashing out, Mr. Gore. This is where American society is. It will take decades for this to change. So sit back and enjoy the ride. You could never go home again.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it. I can say that right now.
Amago Luis for $10 says, I nominated Jeremy D-Day Cobra to be felted by the audience and the box office, barred from wearing Crocs, banished from Culver's, no Titanfall 2, and 1 year of no laying with men. Oh, God. Jeremy Kitchen's
Oh, my
praise.
God.
Well, if Jeremy's right, and this thing is like 10 out of 10 and makes $1.5 billion at the box office, he's going to be incorrigible for years to come. I'm sure he'll be very humble about it. The Pain for $10. To Chris's rant, watch the Andy Griffith episode, A Medal for Opie. It deals exactly with what he is talking about. Andy gives Opie a speech about winning and losing.
Yeah, lose. It feels like shit. We need to. I think we need.
You're gonna lose. Like you have no choice. You're gonna lose at life, and trying to avoid losing. I think that's what a lot of people are trying to do, Chris. Is avoid losing.
You can't bubble wrap kids and protect them from everything. They have to learn to lose, and then you enjoy the wins even better. All right, can I get coffee, Gary?
Yeah, go get coffee. I got it. Notrum.
I'll be right back.
500 RSDs says, I would love to see a proper adaptation of The Children of Huron. I would too. Love that book, but I don't trust anyone in Hollywood to do it justice. They would completely ruin Turin and Nino. Yes, they would. For Chris's passion, I don't always complain. Says Hastings cut off for $9.99. Batman rocking a turtleneck for real, says Christian Castro. TJ Murray for $5. Chris, I feel it's earn respect, not win respect. Too many people demand respect without earning it. 100% agree. All is not lost. I play Rocky, The Dog Star, and Mayday look like they will be okay flicks. Oh, I think we've had some good stuff this year. Yeah. Hell, I don't know, Frank. They used the line in Fan Four Stick, yuck. This will be a train wreck either way. Saddens me that that Gambit is finally on screen. Oh, for Doomsday? Yeah. Arnie biopic needs to be done. Oh, that'll be fun. What'll Grace say about that one? After the Olympics, California will cease keeping all the hotels that went under open. The convention centers are doomed. This might be the last California Comic-Con. I think it's next year is the possibility of the last San Diego Comic-Con. The hotels have been trying to run it out of town for years. On the 10th anniversary, and you're like, what? No, the hotels have been trying to run it out of town because they give discounts when they don't need to. You're in a tourist town where you can charge premium prices, and they feel they are forced to give away discount blocks. They can just not do it anymore. And by the way, the discounts aren't that great. They're still expensive as hell. Anime Esh, but look it up. If you think I'm crazy, that's some of the people have been trying to run the Comic-Con out of town. On the 10th anniversary of the monstrosity that was Ghostbusters 2016, we paid tribute to Stan's 1984, the brave post-production worker who saved us from a decade of cringe feminist garbage. Yes, the one who leaked the script. The one who leaked the script. Brave warrior. Brave warrior he was. Captain 1995 Missouri man Steve Rogers. That's what he looks like. Off topic, Gary. Are you in Texas? I am not in Texas. I've been tracking migration from New York, Cali, Seattle. I remember when your wife had to close her salon, but my memory is bad. Yes, I mean, I'm not there at the moment, but I live there. Yes, I'm at our other place in Wisconsin, the lake house, where the camera looks better for some reason. Penelope, Odysseus, you have saved me and your home. What now? Odysseus, now we party. Play it, Travis Scott. Greek booty clap. Greek booty clap. He spelled it beauty. 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 Whatever the heck that is. Nullface for $1.99 says hashtag transboy. There you go. Remember back when the Sci-Fi Channel was actually not Sci-Fi, it was Sci-Fi, and had science fiction? Then they turned it into Sci-Fi and started farting commie environmental gay rainbows, reality TV shows, and wrestling. Yes, I remember. Oh yes. Hail, Gary. You guys, especially the old folks, inspired me to start my own channel that I am struggling to grow, but I am having a good time anyway. Keep swinging. That's the whole point, is to have fun, right? Go into this as a hobby and keep your expectations realistic and low. And some people do it, and some people have succeeded, but I would argue this is the quickest way to fail is like, I'm going to start a channel for money. Like, okay, what kind of money? Like, money will come if you are having fun. You put out presentable work that is focused, and most importantly, it is something you are very passionate about, not just kind of passionate about, very passionate about, because the audience can sniff that stuff out in an instant. Gary, is the Stargate watch party series still possible? I know it's been a busy week. X-Ray Girl is halfway through season 1. Well, not this month. Not this month, but maybe next.
And it's so good.
Yep. John Thomas for $5. I don't hate Zendaya like most and liked her in The Greatest Showman, but are they really going to remake The Fugitive with her? I don't think so. I think it's a troll meme. Realism is now speaking like an American in BC. I guess so. Dizwiz. I heard Lupita stole the show. So is Nolan saying trans warriors go to Hades? I think so. How will Jeremy defend this? Well, I mean, now, based on, go on, Chris.
That's it can't be ignored. And we didn't even talk about that in our Out of the Theater because it would be too spoilery, just overall impression. But that is, I don't see how you not have problems. It's, you know, the more you think about something, you come to a certain conclusion. Like, I'm really curious to see it. I want to see it a second time. And I do think there are moments of like amazing stuff, but it's that can't be ignored. And I think it will hurt it.
Do you think it will be a movie Mahler likes?
No.
Do you think it'll be a movie the critical drinker likes?
No.
And this is just based on your opinion. You could be surprised
just
by
watching everyone. Jeremy, I don't know. Jeremy's 50-50. I think you're going to see the same issues I see. I'm more forgiving for smaller movies like this Blu-ray I just got. I keep telling you about this film. You got to see this movie, Gary.
So we all have
it's awesome, but
rose-tinted glasses for things. We do.
Yeah.
We all have our bias.
That's fine.
We do. And that's you know, Daredevil came back with Charlie Cox. I had my red blind man rose tinted glasses on for that.
Oh, man.
And it went to shit. So yeah, like it happens. I'm not going to speak for Jeremy. But as far as I think the person in the super chat's asking, how do you defend the Elliot Page thing? I can't see Jeremy defending that decision. Like at all.
I don't see how.
I don't think he would.
I don't see how it's possible.
But most critics, like if it's about like us going up against corporate critics, well, that's a day that ends in fucking Y. It's rare when we agree, but again, I gotta wait to see the movie.
Yeah, I'm really curious how people are going to try to defend it.
My concern was always going to be more than faithfulness to the story. Is it going to be entertaining? Is it going to keep me engaged? Is it not going to be boring and stale, which are my criticisms of Nolan? He can occasionally be kind of boring and stale. Yeah. And his stuff lacks levity and just a certain amount of fun, right?
Yeah, I feel like what Nolan is not good at is things like sexy women or romance, you know, or passion. His movies can feel kind of sterile, like emotionally speaking, you know? So Villeneuve has that issue as well.
Yes, he does. And he's doing Bond. It's like, ugh.
I don't know. I mean,
I think Nolan would be much better at Bond than
he would actually. So I don't know.
Because Nolan is like, Dark Knight's a fun movie. That's got some fun shit in it. So he's capable of doing it. Andy Miller, UK for £5 Alan was a twat on your OOTR who needs to grow up or at least watch Kevin and Perry from Harry Einfeld and Chums to gain some self-awareness.
What?
I don't know what any of that meant.
Yeah. You talking about Alan Ing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a talk with him.
What's OOTR?
Out of the theater?
Oh, out of the theater. Who needs to grow up or at least watch Kevin and Perry from Harry Einfeld and Chums? Is that some British show? I don't know. I don't know. It's a channel. I don't know. But thank you. I thank you. I respect your points, Chris, but I lost a lot of trust for you since you rub yourself down with baby oil to watch trash like RRR. Shit ass movie. Wow.
RRR is great.
People love RRR.
Look, I know fucking Mahler gives. Sometimes I feel like, why am I not? If my name comes up on Real BBC, I'm going to appear like Beetlejuice, because there are things that like someone like Mahler will say that like I don't get to reply to and say. He's like, well, you know, Gore liked She-Hulk. And let me explain that for the last time. Is the first
It
few
won't be the last
episodes-
time.
The first few
This
episodes
is the internet.
showed a woman who was a bitch and flawed. And I felt like all the other female characters we'd seen introduced in Marvel, like Captain Marvel, were perfect and the bestest ever. And like Tony Stark's character arc, he started as a selfish asshole and ended as someone who cared more about others than himself. He became a true hero. And I thought they may have been setting up She-Hulk for that type of journey. As it turned out, that was not the case. But the first few episodes, a character begins flawed and then learns growth. Didn't happen. I thought, hey, are we going to get a flawed female character in Marvel? And well, we didn't. So
there you go. All right.
But I'm always on the side of optimism.
There's
and I
nothing
think
wrong with that.
That's even the problem with how we teach our history. You got people that take it from a negative or glass half empty way. And I'm a glass half full guy. I'm like, half the country fought to end slavery, right? You know, are the relatives of the people who died in the Civil War fighting to end it? Are they going to get reparations?
No.
Are they going to, there's like the negative way of looking
a lot
at
of black people
and the
in this
positive
country
way.
are going to have to pay them if you're
Right.
going to go just based on genealogy. And how are you going to track that down?
Yeah, it's just like,
and if you give it once and then it gets all blown, because it will,
right?
You do it again.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
like,
just,
yeah.
I'm just, you caught me on a bad day, Gary. I'm angry.
I didn't catch it. It's a good day. It's a good day.
I'm having a Ryan Cannell fit.
Jeremy Johns just proves once again normies ruin everything. I like Jeremy. I think he's
Jeremy.
I like Jeremy.
What did he do?
Yeah. He probably liked the Odyssey. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe things that bother me don't bother Jeremy, right? That'd be my guess.
Man.
But if you met him, Frank, he is the nicest guy. He is. Gary, give that girl some homework. She needs to watch Rocky films. X-Ray Girl, watch Rocky like immediately.
Okay.
Immediately. You will not regret it. You will thank me. It is one of those foundational films like Jaws and Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I'd say Bridge Over the River Kwai or Godfather. These are foundational films for taste. And you don't have to like all of them, but you can't hate any of them.
I will definitely do that. I love that I got to watch so many good films that I've missed just because I've been busy or living the normie life.
Lawrence of Arabia, Maltese Falcon. If Athena is black, she inherited Zeus's genetics in canon, by the way, meaning Zeus is black. In myth, Prometheus shaped humans from the clay of the image of Zeus. Therefore, all Greeks should be black and white Greeks shouldn't exist in Nolan's Odyssey. That is Unclear Studios excuse me, for 50. Woo! And you're not wrong. That's probably right. I think shows Zeus. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou is a modern Odyssey of a sort. Yes, it is. What criteria makes the reinterpretations acceptable, but Nolan's questionable? Something to consider. This is a very easy question to answer. The criteria is time, where they said it. They said it in the context of the story. And the story is of a specific time in a country that has a very specific origin country of the story, Greece. So if you want to make an Odyssey that's a science fiction movie set 3,000 years in the future, you can play with it all you want. If you want to make it analogous to, the South in the early 1900s for America, you can play with it. So that's your criteria. And you also have a director who is known for technical accuracy and grounding things in more. So to make like a Batman feel like it's in our world, to add verisimilitude. So you're at that specific time where Helen of Troy wouldn't be black. And a trans actor wouldn't be a Greek boy soldier. Again, if you want to make the Odyssey all different, then make it different. Set it 3,000 years from now. Do a future Odyssey.
That would be cool.
But he wanted to bring Homer's Odyssey to life. That comes with some rules that he ignored. Jeremy John said the Odyssey was okay. His comment said otherwise. I even told him I apologize. I didn't know why he did it, but I said, and I still respect him, says Mike for $11.99. Okay. Jeremy versus Metatron on FNT. Bring it. Well, Metatron's going to be on. The Odyssey currently, Jeremy can hold his own. I'm not worried about that. He's not either. The Odyssey currently has an 88 out of 100 on Metacritic, which is exactly the same score that Black Panther got. There you go. Doomsday is going to be the cannonball run of Marvel, except neither is funny or is entertaining, says Nerf Herder. Hey. I just watched Adam Does Movies practically give Nolan a virtual blowjob. Says he can't wait to take the family. Your discussion on the Real BBC about rewatching films over the past 10 years, I do think because of oversaturation, the news cycle, it's less likely now than before, or the news cycle. It's less likely than, maybe, but if I love a movie, I will watch it multiple times. That's what you have to have a high tolerance for repetition to be an editor. You have to be able to watch the same shit over and over hundreds of times, right? And that's never really bothered me except for Sucker Punch from Zack Snyder, which I still have PTSD from. Zendaya as Leia, Tom as Luke, Damon as Obi-Wan, Bernthal as Han. Book it. Says Rape Hitler for $5. Please have Metatron open the FNT with him screaming Nolan. We might, Notram. But is this so important that they represented Polynesian culture in a fictional story, but Greek story based in history belongs to everyone else? Fuck them. Yes, it is the hypocrisy that we are pointing out. Star Wars, a new woke, will be awesome, says Matthew Hammond. War in the North with Radagast is only expansion. Is the only expansion. If they ever come up with a video game where you have to set horses on fire, Game Master Gary will end up opening the doors. That's right, Albert, not a retro. How great does I Am Rocky look? Pretty great, Matthew. Not a mid-quel, but a shit-quel, says Captain Geach. Can't wait to see you guys in Vegas. 3 weeks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Gollum 2 Electric Boogaloo, directed by James Gunn. I'd watch it. Movie remake trivia. Do you know Black Aragorn broke his toe when he kicked that target window? broke his toe. I'm scrolling down. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good. I probably should get going though.
Okay.
But are there any soups specifically for me?
I can find them. So I have great con for 2 Australians showing this rant to my kids, Chris.
Good. Yeah. You have to be willing. And I, as a parent who raised 2 kids, you got to let them feel pain. You got to let them suffer consequences. That's it. It's really, I could write a pamphlet on parenting. You basically, if you say you're going to do something and there are consequences, you follow through. As soon as kids like see any weakness, there's blood in the water. Like it's just like
they know they have.
You got to just, exactly. I mean, you establish this when they're little, then they won't grow up to be assholes.
Mm-hmm. Nordstrom for 300 RSDs. Audiences are absolutely going to love I Play Rocky, and critics are absolutely going to hate it. Chris is right. We need these uplifting underdog stories.
Yes. Just bring that, like, working hard. It's a really simple formula. If you work hard, you will succeed. You will have at least the best chance to succeed.
Donald DJ Skywalker for 5. Chris, who wrote Metacritic review of Odyssey review for Film Threat. It was an epic takedown.
Alan Ng. It's I put the link there actually. If you look at the private chat. Yeah, that's Alan wrote it. I don't know. It's probably on Rotten Tomatoes soon.
Probably.
Yeah, Alan gives it a 4 out of 10, and I haven't read it. It literally just went up when we went live. Yeah.
Awesome sauce. And then there's one more here. John Thomas for 5. Chris, which is better, the original film noir DOA or the remake of Meg, Ryan and Dennis Quaid?
I like the 80s one with Dennis Quaid. The original is good for, like, it's historically important as a film noir movie, so very significant in that genre.
Oh, and there's one more question. Mr. Pickle for 5. Gary and Chris, have you seen the trailer for Digger, the new Tom Cruise movie?
I've seen it, and I saw an extended scene from the movie. It's weird, like that guy's movies always are. It's more of it's like Dr. Strangelove. It's a satire about the end of the world. And
yeah, I wasn't. A lot of people were praising it, and I'm like, and I like good weird movies too, but it looks like it has a potential to be environmental propaganda or some bullshit. So I wasn't overly impressed with it. Maybe I'm just a simpleton. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I'm a simpleton. But I was looking out our window right now, and it's all
orange
smoke.
It's bad.
It's all
shit.
smoke.
How close are you to it?
I'm not that close to the fires,
He's
but
like
all the smoke is blowing over the northern half of the states now. So it looks like it's cloudy and it's smoke.
It's like you look outside and it's the Instagram filter for sepia tone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like brownie. It looks like Dune almost. But yeah,
kinds of crazy shit. Flash flooding and tornadoes at my other house. It's like, it's great.
Those are all the soups for you.
All right, Chris.
Cool. All right, so I'm doing Hollywood on the Rocks with Alan Ng in an hour. There is so much news, it's kind of crazy. So we'll do an Odyssey live review, which will cut as a clip with minor editing per Gary's notes. And I'll be back. I can do the nooner next week, actually, Gary. I'll be doing it from Orange County. And then I'm right after the nooner, I'm driving to San Diego.
Well, I'm going home on the weekend. I haven't
you
really
let me know
worked
if
out.
you want to do the nooner or not, but I'm able to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
If you think it makes sense.
Gotcha.
So, and I have a badge for you if you want to go. Dude, I will hold on to it.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well,
cool.
go tune into Film Threat in a little bit because Chris will be on it.
Yeah.
Take care and
Yay.
so long, gay boys.
So long, gay boys.
Bye.
All right, we got Mr. Chill Dog for $5 says, for the new Elm Street movie, they're seriously thinking about casting Elliot Page as Freddy. No.
What?
That would almost be funny, considering
Maybe in
what
a
Freddy
parody.
is. Search your feelings. You know this to be true. Black Aragorn already exists. Look at him in the Magic. Oh, we know. We covered it extensively, Notram. And Magic the Gathering, and Gandalf looks like Pai Mei from Kill Bill Volume 2. Yeah, fuck Magic. Stephen M for $9.99. X-Ray Girl, please have some tea and then ask your Canadian overlords to buy some fire equipment. I live in Orange County in New York State, and your fire stinks and is blocking my view. Hi, Gary and Chris.
I can try.
Yeah,
And
I'm going to go out and take a walk in this shit pretty soon. Chris Nolan is a Hollywood racist. Racism is the name of racism. James Ortiz should win supporting actor for Hail Mary. Was he the voice of Rocky?
I don't know.
What's the voice of Rocky?
Let me check.
Amaze.
Oh, he's the lead puppeteered voice actor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, Andy Serkis should have won Best Supporting Actor in any of the trilogy. I mean, Gollum was made 25 years ago this year. 25 years ago.
That's crazy.
And it is better than most of the shit we see in current day. The Shire is a bit white. Yeah, that was weird. Can my Swedish sick pension please have some of that white privilege soon? Been waiting since August 2025 to get it. Zodlander. Oh, no.
Wow.
Why are they making you wait in your pension? See, this is why you don't want to rely on the state, because companies they're bad. They're not great, but accountable because they have competition. Governments have no competition. So good luck getting customer service out of your government, out of your state. Rocky trailer looks great. Got a bit choked up. It really does look great because it's a similar story behind the scenes that's in the actual movie.
The music's really good in the trailer too. So
Stallone cheating on his wife isn't pertinent to the story. Also, to use Shill's logic, but it's only a trailer. You haven't seen the movie, says Axel Foley for $5. Yeah. And how many times do they skip an actor or director they like that they politically agree with, cheating on his wife? Yeah, shut up. Rocky was about the journey, going the distance. Says Skeleton King. Rocky is one of one of generational story. The message shouldn't be on learning how to lose, but learning how to hate losing. They already made Black Aragorn in the Magic the Gathering crossover. They also race swapped a few other characters. Oh, yes, and we covered it. I saw Rocky at the main in RO. You're right about the participation trophies. Have you guys seen the Avatar Aang the Last Airbender trailer? The animated one? I saw it. Looks pretty cool. It's weird that we're getting that and then live action.
That sucks.
Losing with Respect. Cool runnings. There you go. Thor's hammer got crushed in Ragnarok, which was awful too. Not as bad as Love and Thunder, but still pretty bad. Yes, that's right. Gary, you should make your book into a movie called One Battle After Another 2, TOO. You'll just have to make Ryan a black lesbian. Oscar. R.I.P. Randolph Mantooth. Hell yeah. AKA Johnny Cage from Emergency, a show I watched all the time as a kid. Passed away on July 9th. I had an emergency lunchbox. I'm 40 and I want to be Gary when I grow up. Daneska, I don't know about that. But thanks. Johnny Third Man for $5 says, further, 2026 Masters of the Universe is lethal doses of weaponized cringe. Leto was a highlight as Skeletor. However, for a change of pace, 6 out of 10. Have you seen House of Drag, a series officially on the HBO Max YouTube channel? No.
Is
I
it
don't know
like
if I
drag
want to.
queen or drag races?
Drag racing, yeah. Wells Fargo told Disney to dump Disney Plus. I saw the clownfish video.
Oh.
I did. So it's one guy from Wells Fargo suggested that Disney should just get into making content instead of the streaming, using their streaming service. And it's probably a good argument, but I think it's too late for it. They've put so much into Hulu and Disney Plus. I don't know how they back out from it at this point. But it would certainly make them more profitable if they just, well, they have to make good stuff as well. But you're going to see a lot of studios doing that. Been listening to the full cast Harry Potter audiobooks, and they're all most great except for a few casts. Which book is your favorite and the best? I really loved Half-Blood Prince.
Third one so far. I'm on the fourth.
God is the great physician for $5. Y'all lost a lot of credibility. The praise for the Odyssey is as close to unanimous as it gets, and this includes people who didn't like the casting. Well, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I mean, I don't know what credibility I could have lost because I haven't seen the movie yet.
At this point, it's just pattern recognition to what has come from before, and then we'll confirm it.
And this would not be the first time I was against the vast majority of the world on something. So I have lost about 15 kilograms on my weight loss journey.
That's amazing.
That's good. What the fuck's kilogram?
It's like double for pounds almost.
Yep. The Pain 7862 for $2. Thanks for the tips. We'll keep them all in mind. Cheers.
For the theater. Yeah.
Chris Trojan sneaks poison message to destroy culture. Hey guys, hope you all are having a good day. I'm flying to San Antonio for the first time. What's good barbecue place? The best theater with the real IMAX screen is in downtown San Antonio. And I wouldn't know. I could recommend a good sandwich. That's about it, but not barbecue. It's George's, right? That Philly cheesesteak place. It's the 9th best restaurant or 9th best sandwich in the United States. It's good. No, Nolan does not have to bow to Hollywood DEI, but why can't he be both? He don't have to be. He did it anyway to throw them a bone. I don't know what the fuck you're saying, Net Stealer, but Nolan doesn't need to do anything. Nolan was the king of Hollywood. That's why him making these choices with this film, I think I think the motivation behind it is beyond awards, well beyond awards. It's about solidifying certain beliefs in Hollywood to support an industry that has been taking it on the chin, and DEI is being dialed back in a lot of places. And I think he actually believes in it. We can blame his wife all day fucking long, but he's the one who makes decisions with his films. And now that I've heard, at least with one of the castings, that it is not just, it's going to be a blip and you're gone. Like it's integral to a plot point in the movie by bringing in a character from another story and then making up lore to connect it to another character of the story. Travis Scott's song reminds me of the Odyssey when Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, had the Bryan Adams song at the end credits. It was silly then too. That was the biggest hit of the summer. I don't know, like I saw people comparing Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves to the Odyssey. It's like, okay, when Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves came out, people saw it as like, this is kind of a silly movie, but I'm going to enjoy it. Like, we're not going to, this is a Nolan film. So you can't come at a Nolan film like, this is kind of a silly movie, but I'm going to enjoy it. You don't approach Nolan like you would approach a Michael Bay film. You expect a different experience. While Sci-Fi is weird channel to show wrestling, at least the commies were always the bad guys in wrestling, says Albert, not a retro. FNT will not be watchable unless you enjoy inbred screeching, drowning out good discussion. Not the first time I've heard that. And that's just not about Jeremy. It's about the rest of us. Hey, guys, have the shitty movies soured you on reading books, comics, or manga? If no, what good things have you been reading or read recently? I'm reading Horus Rising, or listening, which I like. I'm a little behind on the Conan comic books. Those are pretty good. I just read, a couple of Millar World books, or Miller World. I call him Millar. And man, I was expecting to like House of the Dragon, but I don't.
Tell me to read the next one.
Nolan Bond film. You couldn't hear the dialogue over the casino, or anyone speak over the helicopter or the loud car. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Hi, Gary. Wondering about your thoughts on Matt's version of Odysseus. Would you think it's comparable to Ralph Fiennes' version of Odysseus in The Return? I haven't seen The Return. A lot of people have complained about The Return as well. The woke side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. Cool Runnings is probably the best example of excruciatingly hard work through hatred, only to fall short of the goal and the respect of the world. Serderin for 5 says, sorry, Gary, bad friend. Sorry, Chrissy. Gary is a hypocrite against false flagging, canceling. So also he cancels Chrissy. Chrissy was not canceled. Chrissy was let go. I am very much against false flagging, though. I think false flagging is the ultimate form of silencing free speech and channels. But again, I refer to my statements on Friday Night Tights. There you go. Oh, here's the Nolan thing. This is good.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
I've started without you. I hope you don't mind. You British. What is it with your obsession with chips? We don't obsess over chips. Only the weather. Now to business. I understand you're interested in a certain Russian by the name of Petrov. What do you know about him? He's been passing sensitive information to MI5 for 10 years. So he's an asset? No. The information turned out to be false. We believe that he's working for someone else and passing information from MI5 over to them. The Russians? No. The Russians imprisoned him after a plot that he was involved in to steal a nuclear weapon was foiled. He went to jail? No. A doppelganger was put in his place and he fled to Oslo. It was there where he met his wife, Linda Purcell, a multimillionaire big in diamonds. Now, our satellite detected a detonation in Siberia 3 weeks ago. The following day, Petrov and Purcell flew directly to that site. On the way there, the plane crashed. Accident? It was hit by a missile. We salvaged fragments of the missile and traced them back to a weapons company in Germany called Schmerzelsfolger. Never heard of them. That's because they don't exist. At least, not yet. What do you mean? 2 days before the detonation in Siberia, we intercepted a phone call between Petrov and a man called Darian Burkar to start a weapons company in Germany called Schmerzelsfolger. Darian Burkar, the scientist? I thought he was dead. He is dead. Or rather, he isn't. What does that mean? He's dead, but he won't be. Yeah, what? I still don't. Have you ever heard of Cecil's theorem of quantum mechanics and the possibility of ripples in the space-time continuum? Of course, but it's never been proved. We believe that it has. In Siberia 3 weeks ago. What about the plane crash? The plane crash didn't happen. Or rather it will, but it won't yet. And even if it does, there's no evidence to suggest that the people on board died or are yet to die. What does this have to do with Schmerzelsfolger? That's what we want you to find out. We believe that the answer may lie in a painting at the National Gallery. What? 23 years ago, the Fighting Temeraire by Turner was removed to be professionally cleaned. When it was returned, it was fitted with a microchip from the future which hadn't been invented yet.
What?
That microchip can be traced back or rather forwards in this case, to Schmertel's Fork. Wait a minute. We're currently interrogating the man who put it there, Sir Lawrence Lips. Sir Lawrence Lips? That just sounds made up. It is made up. We don't know his real name. But we searched his apartment this morning and we found a ring with an inscription in it that just says Linda. Linda? Linda Purcell, the wife of Petrov? No, a different Linda. Oh, for fuck's sake. Linda Shaw.
We're gonna stop
CIA
it.
operative.
It goes on and on. It's so good. It's so good. And nails it.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. All right. Do we got any more?
Nope.
Okay. We are gonna run right now, and I'm gonna go enjoy my smoky Wednesday. Hope all of you do too. What do you got coming up, X-Ray Girl?
Tonight, Poor Choices, If I Survive. And then Friday Night Tights. Tomorrow, the Stargate watch will be half an hour earlier because I have to go see the Odyssey movie. So at 11:30.
Yeah. What time are you seeing?
It's like 2:00.
Yeah, that's the earliest show.
Yeah.
That's when
I
I'm
didn't want
seeing it as
anything.
well.
And I'm seeing it we don't have an IMAX where I am, but Ultra AVX. So hopefully it's good. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Or I'll have a good nap. I usually do.
There you go.
What about you? What are you doing?
Watching the Odyssey tomorrow, getting ready to do the video. Friday Night Tights with Metatron is going to be tons of fun.
It's going to be interesting.
Yes, it will be interesting. And we will all find out generally what everybody thinks probably tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to a lot of good videos. And we'll see how this Elliot Page thing pans out, because Elliot being a proxy for Achilles is crazy. That is crazy.
Yep.
So there you go. It's going to be good. You will be entertained. That's for sure. Oh, brother, where art thou? I want to see Oh, brother, where art thou? It's not in 4K. What the fuck? How is that movie not in 4K? That movie's great. And it has to be great because it's got fucking George Clooney in it. So, yes. And maybe we'll start out with Metatron screaming, Nolan! But thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on. Thanks to all the lurkers. Thanks to everybody who participated. We appreciate your support. And we will see you next time.